Steve. But we're live.
I saw it.
In the halls where the whispers gather, conservative minds debate the future. From tax cuts to border walls, strategies close like a political rally.
Fire!
In the chambers, as always meet new challenges. Dissenting voices rise up, seeking unity, but find divide. We stand strong, we stand tall. In this party, our spirit will not fall. The path is rocky and long. We march forward with hearts full of song. Policies debated, votes cast. In the shadow.
I still don't get this. Okay, this is AI, but are these real people singing or no? This is not. That is not a real human being singing.
No.
That scares the hell out of me. And I saw some, I told you about the AI porn. I'm blown away. They showed some more stuff. I can't believe how it looks just like a person. All right. Well, this is Rebel Republic, and you're either with us or you're against us. And I'm your host, the best podcast host in the universe, Steve Cully. And he's just saying yes to greatness after a hot, sweaty practice. Coach Schumann. And we have so much to talk about, a lot of big news going on.
Yes.
And I'm excited to get started because the first thing that I see when I look at the news is Barack Hussein Obama endorsing, supporting the Texas state legislators who, let's say, fled and went AWOL because they did not want to vote on the redistricting of Texas. So this is the craziest thing I've ever heard of. Well, other than the duel with Alexander Hamilton. But so Barack Obama called the group of Texas Democratic lawmakers who fled the state. I'm sorry, they fled the entire state to stop the vote of the redistricting bill. He called their actions inspiring. Inspiring. Wow. Just wow. And the Texas Democrats said they were encouraged by Obama's words and remain committed to fighting for democracy in Texas and across the country. Well, thank God for that. Thank God for the Democrats for fleeing, because that's fighting for democracy, fleeing. That's the first thing that comes to mind.
I think it's craziness. Obviously, it's grand.
It's the craziest thing I've ever heard of. We do redistricting in New York all the time. I've never heard of actual lawmakers fleeing the state. So I'm not, like, my thought is, what are they all in Mexico right now having margaritas? Did they all cross the border? Like, where did they go?
It's unbelievable. I think that, like, the fact that they're leaving the state, like your job is to serve. Your job is to serve.
Yes.
Vote. And debate.
And that's why they said, "Oh, we're encouraged that they're fighting. They're fighting by fleeing." That doesn't sound like fighting to me.
No.
But that sounds like
it's gonna have
you're
a
a
vote
coward.
anyway. You're eventually going to have a vote.
Yeah, it's not all it's going to do is just keep putting it off. And this is what I couldn't believe. It said over 50, Dave, Democratic members of the Texas House of Representatives fled the state to deny the legislator the quorum necessary to pass the bill. I wonder if they all got Ubers or they just took a bus. Maybe they all got a party bus and like just went on spring break or something.
No, that would be fun at least.
I mean, if you're gonna go, you might as well go in style. So, in response, Texas Republican leaders have filed legal action to compel the AWOL lawmakers to return, and they've also threatened to remove them from office if they continue refusing to participate in the legislative process. I don't know. I don't know how this gets settled. I mean, they said that they will only return to the state if the legislator agrees to adjourn without plans to meet again, or if California introduces its own redistricting legislation to neutralize the GOP seats gained in Texas, because California is liberal, so they want them to get more seats to neutralize the seats that Trump's going to gain because of this. We talked about this last week and 2 weeks ago, and I never expected it would come to this. Like this is as extreme as it gets, right? Is a response to try to stop it, leaving the state.
I think it's craziness that they do that. That's not response. That's not fighting. That's
you're a coward. You're a coward. And Obama supports them, calls them inspiring, and having President Obama speak with us and support us is proof that when the Texas House Democrats, this is what it says, stand up and fight back, we don't stand alone. We have the support of Democrats at every level who understand when Republicans attack voting rights in Texas, they're attacking the foundation of democracy everywhere. So support us because Democrats stand up and fight back. Well, it doesn't look like they're standing up and fighting back. It looks like they all called an Uber or got a party bus and fled the state like illegals. I'm just flabbergasted that this happened.
It is flabbergasting.
Yeah. And this is the other thing. The fact that we have to meet President Obama from an undisclosed location and via Zoom because Republican threats and surveillance only proves how desperate Governor Abbott and his extremist allies have become. They know their racial gerrymandering. What's gerrymandering mean?
Redistricting.
Okay. Scheme is falling apart, so they're resorting to intimidation tactics. But President Obama's support shows the whole country is watching, and Texas House Democrats will not be silenced by bullies. They call them bullies because they want to have a vote. They're bullies.
It's unbelievable. Well, they feel like they're bullying them into redistricting the whole area.
But redistricting happens in states all the time, isn't it? Isn't it like normal? I mean, I just know New York State, like we were redistricted 2 years ago. I mean, they always draw new districts. I just thought it was something that was part of the norm. So in response, Senator Ted Cruz shot back that if California eliminates all its Republican districts, Texas should do the same, which would leave the GOP with a net gain. So that was the big news of the day. The Texas state legislators and lawmakers fled the state as opposed to voting on the redistricting. Very passionate about their districts, and they do not want them to change. So that was fun to read.
I got wildness going on here. What I wanted to bring up was this. And by the way, I agree with you. I think it was crazy.
I was just going to talk about this.
All right, so let's play. Hopefully you can hear it. Let me see.
Not only are we stopping the crime, we're going
hear it?
Clean up the trash and the graffiti and the grime and the dirt and the broken marble panels.
Oh, sorry.
And all of the things they've done to hurt this city. And we're going to restore the city back to the gleaming capital that everybody wants it to be. It's going to be something very special. Not only are we stopping the crime.
Let me see if I get a better.
No, that was fun. I had my thing playing, unfortunately.
There was a bigger thing. He did it with. Where did he say? Oh, here we go.
He's talking about stopping crime. I can't see it, just so you know.
You can't see it?
No.
Oh, hold on. You can't see it. Oh.
No, you got to share your screen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a terrible producer.
And blow it up for me.
What DC is, and do you believe the status of the city, the cleanliness?
Is that better?
Okay, yeah.
Crime as well is a direct reflection on how the country is run.
Look at that ginger.
The Capitol. Look, everyone comes here. They're all coming. All the leaders. They're all.
Why couldn't we get a pass?
And I say it. I've said it again, but I'm really just quoting other leaders from NATO, from the Middle East, King of Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE.
Europe looks pretty
over
good
there.
for an old
We brought back $5.1 trillion of investment into
the right.
But I was a month and a half ago. I was at NATO,
and that must be Bondi, the blonde.
Agreed to put up. 5%
Yeah, I love her. I love her.
2% they didn't pay. 5% already paid.
Is, what's his name?
We had a great meeting, and they all said the same thing.
Guy sharply dressed in blue
is. Thought our country was gone. 1 year ago, they said your country was dead. And now you have the hottest country anywhere in the world. We're the hottest country in the world, right?
Then that's Cash Patel.
I know. I love Cash Patel.
Not only the money, it's billions, trillions of dollars, but it gives us great power over enemies. We solved 5 wars with Pakistan and
5
India.
wars.
We just solved one. Azerbaijan and, as you know, and Armenia. War was raging for 37 years. And the 2 leaders got up and they said, we never thought this would be solved.
Wow,
Russia
we
tried
stopped
to
a
solve it.
37-year war.
It was a very tough situation, but we got it done. And I said to the 2 men, I said, are you guys friends? And they had a hard time. They've been killing each other for 37 years, right?
37
one
years.
One was there 5 years. One was there for 22 years. He said, my whole life I've been fighting this war. And you got it solved. But we did many of those. We did in the Congo and Rwanda. That's been going on for 30 years. 8 to 9 million people killed that they know of, but it was raging, and we got that solved. We got a lot of them done. It's a great honor.
I love how he says it.
You want to have, when they come, the leaders come to our country to sign documents that the war is over or whatever, or for other reasons. They come for trade. And you want them to come through so beautifully. You ride those roads, everything should be perfect. You shouldn't have medians falling down into the roadway. Median, the metal thing.
The median's falling.
Somebody had a great lobbyist, because I've never seen them look good. I've been looking at those things with the little red. They're always broken and bad, but here they're really bad. And we're going to either put new or fix it. And it's not expensive. It's really expensive. And we're going to fix our roads a little bit. We're going to clean up our sidewalks. You have countries where every Saturday, the people go out and they wash their sidewalks in front of their stores or their houses. They scrub
Very
their
true.
sidewalks.
Yeah.
So we
You've seen
aren't
it,
quite
people
at
do
that
that.
level yet. I don't think, Gaddy, we're not quite there yet, but maybe we will. They go out and they scrub. I think it's so beautiful to hear that and to see those stories. But
He goes from the
we're gonna
wars
make
to
it-
scrubbing sidewalks.
see a bad city. You know, my father always used to tell me, I had a wonderful father, very smart. And he used to say, son, when you walk into a restaurant and you see a dirty front door, don't go in. Because if the front door is dirty, the kitchen's dirty also.
That's very
Same
good
thing with the
advice.
Capitol. If our capital's dirty, our whole country is dirty, and they don't respect us. So it's a very good question.
I mean, that, like,
So
Yeah.
is our capital dirty? Is that because he's complaining about the medians falling apart?
it's off the war, 37 years, Azerbaijan.
Yeah, he went from that to
and then we got to clean up the Capitol.
yeah. And my father said if you go to a restaurant and the front door is dirty, then don't go in because the kitchen's dirty.
That's a good point.
That's definitely a range of topics to be
Yeah.
discussing.
He does that
So
better.
he's so what did he say? He stopped 12 wars?
5 wars, he said, or something.
It was 5 wars. Okay, so the Russia, Ukraine, and then Armenia and Congo. What was going on in Congo? Congo and Uganda.
Have been in like
Oh, Rwanda.
I don't know exactly. You know, I'm not an expert on that.
Yeah.
Course.
Well, it was over blood diamonds, I thought.
I'm sure it's always over some form of
That's why the movie was made.
Blood Diamond. Was that with the movie with Leonardo?
Yes.
That was a pretty
Yes.
good movie, actually.
It won awards, I believe. But
Yeah,
So-
that's right. The different tribes.
is he saying like
He's right? They saw here. Ready? Okay. I mean, the guy's not telling a lie. Conflict between Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda in 2022 after Rwanda forces entered country. Blah 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 blah. The conflict's been going on since '94.
oh my God.
The last war, I guess, of it, 2022 to just 2025. The peace agreement signed. So he's
So
right.
he got that done.
He got
I
it.
don't understand that though.
The Hutu and the Tutsi tribes, and I don't know.
How
enough
does a
about
third
these
party
tribes.
go in and tell people to stop fighting and they listen? Is it
Well,
just because we're the
maybe
US?
Whatever their biggest export is, maybe I mean,
So
America-
okay,
probably the
money.
number one of something.
Right. So that'll do it.
Mineral valuable. They're fighting. You're right. Their conflict is further fueled by competition for valuable mineral resources, particularly coltan, which is used in electronics.
Yes. Yep. That's
I mean,
they're fighting over coltan.
It's amazing because
A war was started over coltan and minerals. But that's amazing that a third party can just go in and stop a war. Like they could just send me in, and I can tell two people that you have to make peace.
Congo is known for mineral resources, including cobalt, copper, and diamonds.
Yes.
And Rwanda has the other thing that
Right.
whatever that was called.
The cobalt.
The
Didn't you say it was cobalt?
No, it was something else. It was called. Hold on, I'll tell you right now. All I hear is my son getting yelled at. Which sometimes he brings on himself. Let's see. It was over Colton, not Cobalt.
Yeah, that's what I said. It was Colton, right?
Yeah,
That's
Colton.
used in electronics. You said
Right. Cobalt is in Congo. Copper and diamonds, and Colton is in. It's interesting because. And it's interesting because Israel.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Did he stop Israel and Hamas?
I think they're close. They're not there, but Israel.
Okay.
Israel, best friends in one of his best friends in Africa is Rwanda. It's interesting. It's interesting how the world. There are like
Connected
sides, yeah. Like so, USA,
yeah,
Israel, Great Britain,
France, yeah,
are allies are in the same kind of clique, I guess. And then you got although France and Germany will ditch any one of their friends, and
they abstain.
Yeah. They have a reputation of ditching their friends.
Yeah.
And Russia is obviously allies with almost no one.
They're not with China.
They were originally Iran and Slough, but they're so weakened by the war, right? From Ukraine, and then
a long war.
Ukraine, for the most part, was really not with anybody, but was now trying to be obviously in.
It's amazing that Ukraine lasted and survived through this.
It is amazing how,
because they should have been wiped off the map, shouldn't they have?
You agree? Conventional wisdom would be yes.
It's Russia.
I have to say, one of the greatest lessons that the American Revolutionary War should teach people,
right,
is that if you're attacking a foreign country from your own, you better have the resources to bury them, because they're going to fight for their own country.
Yeah. Harder
with anything they have.
Yeah.
Because there's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Right?
They don't want to be colonized.
They
don't want to give up their land.
Right. Like when people, so it's crazy. So when Russia attacked Ukraine, conventional wisdom is forget it. Russia's going to wipe
They're going to wipe them off the map. No.
Now, obviously, we supported them, which obviously helped keep them in the fight. But they were willing to fight. It's the same thing. Israel, we support them, but they once they got attacked, that was it.
But we never sent troops to Ukraine, though, did we?
No, we haven't sent troops to any of these.
Yeah, we supported them with guns and money and everything like that.
Yep. But yeah, it's interesting how Trump has been able to. He's done a fantastic job of navigating foreign affairs.
Absolutely, but
you would have thought would have been a weaker spot for him, but that's where, in my opinion,
that's where Biden failed miserably.
Yeah, Trump has hotels all over the world, so you can take what you want and say, oh, he hasn't been like a politician, but when you have hotels all over the world and you're doing business all over the world, you are negotiating and talking
sales
of different cultures, and you're understanding how the local people think. It's just like it's not the same, but like when people tell me how this is or that is with respect to, like, let's say football. Well, I've been to the majority of the states and seen the majority of the states around the country's football players.
Absolutely.
And I can tell you for a fact where the guys who could do this are, and where the guys who could do that are. And what the kind of like approach to football is in those states, just from having been around their coaches and their competitors, their athletes. And you see it, like, it's just like,
absolutely.
There were always things that amazed me. And I always say that the number one most amazing, shocking state was Louisiana. Like, I was shocked at the number of athletes that were
right. Yes.
freakish athletes,
stock full of them
for a tiny state. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
We're like, how does LSU have so many good athletes?
Well, they don't have to leave their state to recruit.
State, you know, and Texas was like a gigantic Louisiana, you know, but they have the resources. Florida was athletes, but it's the same thing. Like, Trump knows the landscape. He knows what the people are like in this country or that country, and has been there.
He knows how to talk to them. Yeah.
Yeah, and he has an idea, and I think that there is an asset. There that is valuable. You know, there is a value to that, and obviously he knows America for having done business in America, but like, really, and like we kind of talked about earlier, you know, one thing he understands, like with his statements, he understands what the everyday person likes. Like,
he speaks to the blue collar people. Yes.
When he's saying, hey, we should be cleaning up DC so foreign leaders can come here, so tourists can come here.
Yeah.
The everyday person thinks, I'd like to go to DC, but I'm worried because the crime rate is so high, right? Why, you know, is it safe for me to bring my family? Well, the average person would love to come to DC and see. Well, because the DC is it's an incredible place. And having lived down there, it's an incredible place. I mean, I lived in Northern Virginia when I first got out of UConn in grad school. And that was where my first job was. I lived right across, like literally right across I lived in Tyson's Corner, which is McLean, Virginia. And it was a great place. I mean, unbelievably clean. When I would go into DC, I would come in on where Georgetown University, the side was, where
right.
Come over, and would be right in. Then I drive right into Georgetown. I used to have a blast. I mean, I had a great time. I had some guys I worked with that were a ton of fun, and then Hezekiah Faison sometimes would come down and hang out because he was living in Maryland.
That's where he is. Yep.
We would go out every once in a while, and I had a couple guys that I knew in the Maryland side and some guys in the Virginia side. And but yeah, DC was like, so DC always had areas that were pretty dangerous. You had to be careful of, but then they also had some really cool areas. Actually, some of my great memories. Shane and Shank came and visited me down in DC, and we used to have a good time down there. DC is a great place. It's hard to explain to a lot of people who haven't been there or just passed through, but there's
I mean, there's so much history. There's so much to do. It's just expensive. That was my only gripe.
It was expensive. But
yeah, the history, the culture, the fun, 100%. There's always. There's never not something to do.
One of the greatest July 4ths I've ever had was me and Shane were in DC, and it was 100. It had to be around 100 degrees, and it was July 4th, and we went out and we started having a good time at, like, you know, I mean, just like there were so many people in DC, and you can't imagine how many people are in DC on July 4th. So we were going to like the bars down by the Washington Monument, and It was fun. Oh man, did we have a great time? And it was like 100 degrees, dude. So like we were sweating bullets, but like we go into a different bar, we get a couple of drinks, and some of these bars are so historic. I mean,
they've been there forever.
Like, we were looking on the map and it said this bar's been here since like 17 whatever, you know what I mean? We're like, oh, let's go have a drink there, you know?
Yeah.
It's like a dungeon almost, but yeah, there's so many great things there, you know. It's really is a unique place. So it'd be cool for that to be cleaned up and improved, you know.
No, I agree.
On a different note, we had a. I was talking. I saw that UConn came out with some content on, like they did the what's your area code as the guys are coming onto the field type of thing. They're trying to put out the content,
on Twitter.
Yeah, or something. I don't remember.
Yeah. That's what they focus a lot on. Their social media team puts out a lot of Twitter videos. I saw that too. I saw that on UConnHuskies.com, I believe Instagram. I mean, they're trying to get stuff out there.
Yeah.
So they had several videos.
Yeah. When is their first game?
August 30th, right around the corner.
And when is the thing that they're supposed to be celebrating my team?
That, I believe, is Ball State, the 20th.
We have Friday?
No, it's a. I thought it was a Saturday. Yeah, I'll double check. He told me. You were right. It's the 95 team.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're playing at 3:30.
Yes.
Maybe we'll be playing in the morning. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we're playing Sunday.
So,
what other Trump news is there? I
wanted to. We had talked about this, and there was some news that came out. We did Bryan Kohberger, the murderer.
Oh yeah. Oh, I saw that. He got.
No, it came out. He called his mom.
Yes, that's what I saw.
Multiple times after killing 4 University of Idaho students. First, when he got back to his apartment across the state line from Washington, and then later when he drove back to the scene after sunrise, according to a new report, because they did report he went back to kind of watch. The 30-year-old's lawyers described him in court filings as socially awkward, and he was diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder as part of a failed bid to have the death penalty taken off the table if the case had gone to trial. And according to forensic analysis, he reportedly had no text with friends or anyone outside his family.
Wow.
Other than a single benign group chat. So a researcher at Cellbrite, which is the top digital firm, Kohberger referred to his parents as mother and father in awkward text messages in new interviews with people. The former he was a criminology PhD student. He preferred to reach out to his mom rather than his dad. He would go back and forth texting, "Father, why did mother not respond? Why is she not answering the phone?" And the analysis of Kohberger's phone, the killer would have been on the line with his mom when he returned to the crime scene in Moscow, Idaho. So that's insane right now. If he hadn't pled guilty to his trial, they would have Barnhart's team would have been called to testify about how he attempted to hide his movements because the Cellbrite people, because he powered off his phone when he had 100% battery while driving to and from the crime scene. She told the outlet, which, I mean, it didn't, he tried to cover his tracks, but it was a glaring red flag.
Right.
Her phone analysis also would have taken down his alibi, which was that this is what his alibi was. He was driving around in the dark looking at stars on what meteorologists said was a cold, cloudy night. If you're stargazing and taking pictures of the sky, your phone needs to be on, she said. Then he had his phone off. After a series of attempts to throw out evidence and have the death penalty taken away as a potential punishment before trial all failed, Kohberger agreed to plead guilty in a surprise hearing. But as we said, the disappointing part about all this, he did not have to allocute. And that's all the families wanted. They just wanted to know why. Like, why? And I can't believe they get, and the families were pissed. Like, I think they were split, but the majority were like pissed that they gave him this deal. They wanted the death penalty, and they wanted, if they did give him a deal, him to allocute and give an explanation. And he didn't have to do that. He just basically, when, he was sentenced, when he got up for it, he pled guilty. He just said, yes, I killed her. Yes, I killed her. Yes, I killed her. And, if you heard the parents, the victim impact statements, two of the girls, or one of the girls' aunts said, listen, I forgive you. My line is open. Call me anytime. I just want to know what happened. And I was just amazed that she did that. But wow, like this dude was, as you say, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Completely.
His only texts were to his mom and dad, and he referred to them as mother and father. So the other thing I had want to mention that came out, this was crazy. National Guard troops ramped up their presence in the nation's capital on Thursday. About 7 National Guard Humvees and other military vehicles and around 25 to 30 troops stood guard outside DC's Union Station. President Trump's move to federalize parts of the District of Columbia's police force began earlier in the week, but troops from the National Guard scaled up their presence Thursday, with several stationed around the National Mall, metro stations at Union Station, near a U.S. Park building, and other places around the nation's capital. On Thursday, as of today, 800 National Guard members have been mobilized to Washington, D.C., according to the Defense Department. Wow. So I don't really understand this. They're trying to quell the violence there, but it has to do with, supporting federal law enforcement agencies that have been called to D.C. The scope may be adjusted based on the needs. They're trying to temporarily detain people and turn them over to law enforcement. At Union Station specifically, there were 25 to 30 National Guard personnel, all military police, 4 Humvees, and it was just madness. And the other federal law enforcement agencies that the National Guard troops are supporting include the FBI, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, the ATF, Customs and Border Patrol, and the Department of Homeland Security and Secret Service. Operations aimed at reducing crime in the nation's capital were initially focused on night patrols, but on Thursday, they began patrolling 24/7. The increased law enforcement presence has led to protesters taking to the streets, especially at Union Station. There were 100 protesters in Northwest Washington, D.C. So I don't know. Do you know what this is all about?
No. I don't.
Why they deploy the National Guard in... Oh, okay. 30 troops are guarded because Union Station amid police takeover. So I guess it has to do with the federal government, the federal police having more control.
Yeah.
And then the other thing was that I found the Border Patrol agents. The Border Patrol agents make arrest outside Gavin Newsom's anti-Trump rally.
Crazy.
Since we won't have politicians who will do that, we're going to do it ourselves. This is just, it blows my mind. U.S. Border Patrol agents had a strong presence outside an anti-Trump rally by California Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom. He's such a handsome man. In Los Angeles Thursday, the agents made at least one arrest. Newsom got presidential aspirations and has been one of the most outspoken critics of President Trump, and held the event, which he labeled Liberation Day, to announce plans to respond to the GOP's redistricting push in Texas. In a social media post shortly before the rally, Newsom predicted that Donald Trump and Governor Abbott are going to have a very, very bad day today. So this is just blasphemy. Absolute blasphemy. So what happened was the Border Patrol chief came to Los Angeles and they started removing people. And he said, since we won't have politicians who will do it, we're going to do it ourselves. So that's why we're here today. We're making it a safer place. And the Border Patrol chief added, we're glad to be here, not going anywhere. So, Dave, this is why you made the statement, and I think it just shows your wiseness, how if duels were still legal today, crime would be way down. And the more I read about politics and all the shenanigans going on, we should just bring back duels.
Because it's unchecked egos.
Yeah, I think we need duels need to make a comeback. They slowed down. I went down the rabbit hole because of you, and they slowed down in the 1800s, but it was a way for gentlemen to settle disputes. And at first they started with swords. They would sword fight, and it wasn't to the death. It was whoever got wounded first. It wasn't mortal. Then it eventually got worse and went to pistols and all that. But I mean, right now, I think someone would probably challenge Barack Obama to a duel after his comments. Would Governor Abbott do it?
I don't know. It'd be tough. He's in a wheelchair.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
All right. I don't see Trump doing it. Trump wouldn't give a fuck. Trump would challenge anyone to a duel.
What?
Don't you think Trump? He wouldn't care. He'd challenge a million people to duels.
Oh, I'm sure he would.
Yeah, and he'd probably rig his pistol or something, so he would win every time. But I have researched this for days now, and I agree with you. Duels would reduce crime, and I think we need to bring them back because our government and Congress and Senate, they're all a mess. And like Mamdani, someone should just challenge him to a duel.
Not a bad idea.
Just challenge him to a duel. You don't like him? Challenge him to a duel. Call him out. And if they don't accept, they're cowards, and they get made fun of.
It's true.
You're cowardice. So that is my plan. I want to run for Congress, and I'm going to run on dueling. That's going to be my mission. I mean, does that have legs? I mean, can I go with that?
I think you can go with that.
because it's technical. Now, listen, it's technically not illegal in 2 states. I believe Washington was one of them, and maybe Virginia was the other. But it can't be used with weapons. It's considered a fight. It has to have a policeman there, and the 2 participants have to be willing, and it eventually has to be broken up. That's considered how legal duels are still popular or done today. But that this is what I want to do. I've decided I got to be able to run for something. Congress, mayor. Now I maybe senator. I have more power as a senator, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and there's only 2 senators per state, right? Is that that's still how it works, right? Okay. So, I'd have to run against Griffo. I could beat Griffo.
Well, that's because he's you have to run against him because he's the incumbent, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
I have to run because I'm starting to crash.
Yeah, I know you are. That's why I'm trying to keep you up with saying duels. So I'll run against Griffo, and I'll win. Yeah. I'll become senator, and I'll legalize duels in New York State. Is that's a good plan?
I think so.
Okay. Well, you've had enough. All right. So this has been Rebel Republic. You're either with us or you're against us or you're yawning. Dave got some great comments for his yawning last time.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
What'd they say?
Did. On TikTok. When I posted some of the clips on TikTok.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Well, you can't yawn. I mean, you can't be tired. I mean, you gotta.
What did they say?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they said. You have so much energy for practice. You have so much energy for your prospect podcast. Then you get on with me.
Yeah.
And I put you to sleep.
I'm usually good with Rebel though. Rebel, I'm good.
Well, yeah, but we were late tonight, and you had practice, and Frank's not here. So
UConn is usually.
You just get bored. You just get bored because you don't think there's anything to talk about. I try to talk about the transfers and who's going to start, and you don't really care. You just want the games to begin so we can do recaps and predictions.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, that's fun. You don't want to talk about anything else.
Did you do any shows with Mr. Stafford lately?
No, Shane. Is he's another cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs?
Oh, no.
Well, just he sends he thought I was mad at him.
Let's save it for offline.
No, I just want to say I'm not. I was never mad at him.
All right.
I don't know why he immediately thinks I'm angry with him, and I wasn't at all. I was just like, whatever your work schedule is, your work schedule is.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, are we doing Husky Huddle, or are we doing? Do you want? It's Friday. Do you want to do another Husky Huddle, or do you want to do Bloodlines? What's not going to put you to sleep? I don't even care. Just tell me.
I enjoyed the Bloodlines with the.
I enjoyed the Alexander Hamilton one too. That one blew me away.
Sometimes historical ones are good because we don't know that much about it. We could research it.
Well, you knew about it. I didn't.
I knew about it because I read. What was it? I read. There was something I think I might have read.
No, there's been several people who
read
like.
Book. I think I
documented it.
I know, but I read a book that they talked about. It might have been Alexander Hamilton's book. I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Or John
or Jefferson, probably Jefferson.
Maybe Jefferson.
Like
it was something from that era.
No, that
You know, it's
that
one of the
episode was
great
amazing.
television series of all time. I bet you haven't watched it.
I know what you're going to say. House of Cards.
No, that was great, but this was better.
The West Wing?
I never watched West Wing.
Oh, okay. What are we going with?
John Adams.
Oh, I heard about that. It was on HBO. I never watched it.
Unbelievable. The guy
Really?
who plays John Adams is one of my favorite actors. He's in Billions. You see Billions?
Yeah. Who plays John Adams?
The guy who plays not the redhead from not the redhead.
Yeah, not from Homeland, not the guy from Homeland.
Dude, he's a great actor, dude.
No, he is. Damien, Damien something. I know what you're talking about.
Great actor. But
Paul Giamatti?
Yes.
He's John Adams?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let me just check. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Oh, I love Paul Giamatti. All right, then I would watch it then.
Let me see. Yeah, it was Paul Giamatti.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Paul Giamatti is so good.
Yeah,
as John Adams. First of all,
well, how do you? Nobody knows who John Adams was. Like, you're playing.
He was sandwiched in between the two. Well, he's very famous, obviously.
Yeah, but you can't play him. It's not like you can see him in person and emulate him.
No, he's a tough one because there's so much on George Washington.
Right. Yes.
So much on Thomas Jefferson.
Yes, but I still don't believe reading about it is the same as actually seeing the person.
You know what would be a great Bloodlines of Betrayal. The what'd you call it, massacre? What was it called?
What, the Trail of Tears or something?
No,
a massacre.
Hold on, I can't believe I'm only reason is I'm tired. The Boston Massacre. So,
I never even heard of that.
So the Boston Massacre. Is really, like some would argue, is the first real shots fired in the Revolutionary War.
It was?
No, it's not. But I'm saying,
it was okay.
So what basically happened was this. Okay.
So they had a massacre and a tea party.
Picture Boston. You've been to Boston a million times.
Yes,
sure.
yes. Love Boston.
Okay. I can't remember which square it was in, but picture one of those. You know how the squares are in Boston.
Yeah.
A square in Boston, and it's a bunch of rowdy guys who are rebellious against the British and start teasing the redcoats, and they start harassing them, and they start provoking them into a fight. Okay. One of them, the quote unquote first guy, they always say that really die in the Revolutionary War, was Crispus Attucks, who's part of the Boston Massacre. So who's actually, I think he's black. But anyway, so in the Boston Massacre, what happens is, because of this, they try to get order. Okay, so the redcoats try to get order.
Right.
And they're being provoked by the Americans. It's not America. It's still England, but these are the guys that eventually
that came over. Yeah,
they're actors. Well, the commanding officer told everybody to stand down, not to shoot them. The guys that are like causing.
They're right. They're getting rid. Yeah.
But supposedly, there's someone that says in the crowd, "Shoot." And what happens?
So they opened fire.
They opened fire on the crowd and killed. I don't remember how many people killed, but how many guys? Let me see. How many were killed?
I never even heard of this.
It's a yes. Massacre. Let me see. 1770. So it's a few years.
Okay,
before.
the war, right?
The deaths of Crispus Attucks. Of course, I'm right. I'm great with history. Samuel Gray, James Caldwell, Samuel Maverick, and Patrick Carr. So 5 people were killed.
Oh,
and
that's not a massacre.
Well, remember, this is not many people live.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. You're right. You're right.
It's not like now there's 1 million people. I mean, yes, there. So this is. I'll show you the scene of what it looks like. To the viewers of the time. I don't know if I can make this any bigger. It might be too small, but.
Oh, they're that close?
Yes. So they were So basically, the British soldier says they were agitated, and they heard someone say fire. Okay.
Right.
Now,
so this is late. This is at night too. So they've had enough.
They're drinking. You know what I'm
Yes.
talking about. The guys are drinking. They don't like the British anyway. You know how it is.
Yeah.
You're talking that, like Bostonites, rowdy Boston.
Yeah.
So, they're making fun. So anyway, to get to the point, if I wasn't so tired, I already got the point. The point of it was, there's rumor that Sam Adams was the one that said shoot. Sam Adams is an agitator. He's John Adams's cousin. Okay. Sam Adams is a big. So John Adams is small,
Yeah, Sam Adams was massive. He was
Sam Adams for his time was a big burly guy.
Yeah, he was a bowling ball. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Big guy. And he's, he signs the independence and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So he's a political activist. Okay.
So you think he did it on purpose to start the war?
Nobody knows. Obviously, it's so long ago. Nobody knows for sure. But there's rumors that Sam Adams did it
to start the war.
Revolution. Yes.
Wow.
So what makes it so interesting is John Adams at the time sympathizes for his cousin Sam and the people who want America as its own country, but he really hasn't jumped into the fray.
Committed. Right.
Yes. Well, he defends the British soldiers
over his cut. Oh my God!
No, that's cousin, but over it's the people who died. You know what I mean?
Right.
He defends the British soldiers, and so that's one of that's what makes John Adams. John Adams feels that the British soldiers. John Adams is noble in a time where there were 2 sides and people were vying for both sides, as you can imagine. Sam Adams is a great revolutionary, but Sam Adams is not above doing things to get what he wants.
He was sleazy. Yeah.
I don't know if the word sleazy is, but not above getting.
He was scammy. He
wants independence.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes. He wanted the war.
He wants independence. So he he hates the British. And so he's got to do things to get John, so John defends. Sam is livid by it. But John has this honor to him. And that's what makes Paul Giamatti, you've seen him as an actor where he gets on these soapboxes, right?
He gives great monologues.
He's so good at it. So he's so good at it as an actor.
He gives great monologues.
Oh, great monologues. So he defends the British soldiers. So it's one of these kind of big moments, obviously. And there's a whole back and forth about it. I can't remember.
Are you saying defended the British soldiers in court?
In court.
Oh my God! Really?
Yes.
And he's
their lawyer.
Oh my God!
Yes. So that's
amazing.
John Adams is a guy who believes what's right is right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes. He stuck to his values. Yes.
His values. He thought they were agitated, and he was willing to defend them. I'll read it to you. But Boston Massacre trials took place in 1770. Adams defending Captain Preston.
Oh my God.
Who was the commanding officer. He was the one who they said
gave
shoot.
the command, right.
He argued that the soldiers had fired in self-defense after being provoked by the mob. The outcome of the trials was mixed, with some soldiers acquitted and others found guilty of manslaughter. Despite the controversy, Adams viewed his role in defending the soldiers as one of his most significant contributions to the cause of justice and rule of law. So
Wow.
he's such an honorable person. And it's very interesting because him and Thomas Jefferson battle, because John Adams is really a central government guy. Okay.
Right. Yes.
And obviously Thomas Jefferson is a states' rights guy.
Yeah.
Right, which now you would be is more like Democrat, Republican. Back
right.
then it wasn't that, but it was, states' rights versus more centrist.
Yes, they didn't want like the king.
But John Adams is the one they're gonna have John Adams write the Declaration of Independence. John Adams is not the writer. He's a great lawyer. But he's not he says he's not the charismatic writer that Thomas Jefferson is. And so he says Thomas should really write it. So he's always caught in these, like, he's not the George Washington. He's not Thomas Jefferson. These dynamic characters.
George Washington, they always said he was like an average general. He wasn't like great in war. He was very, very average with his war tactics. He was a good president, but as a general, they said that he was like subpar to average.
Interesting. Well, I think he was a very, very.
He made mistakes, they said.
He was the right man as far. Well, yeah, because there's so many retreats. He one of them goes through my town or right next to it. The retreats. George Washington is a valiant and strong leader, even though his tactics aren't phenomenal.
Right.
So people will follow him. And for his day, he would be what you would call like the freak athlete. Like, he was this great athlete.
Yes.
George Washington. So he probably was a very skilled fighter because of that, because obviously it's a little more brutal.
He survived through two of the most brutal wars,
right?
The French and Indian War, and the Revolutionary War.
And so he was like widely considered for his day. I mean, not when he was like the Revolutionary War. He's actually starting to be older at that point.
Yes.
But when he was younger, he was considered like this. I didn't use word athlete, but like, but that's what he was. He was 6'1", 6'2".
Oh, he was? He was that tall?
He was tall. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's see how tall.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Was George Washington
6'1", 6? Wow, holy crap! I had no idea he was that tall.
Right, George Washington was 6'2", and for that time, that's like being 6'6".
That's huge.
Now.
Yeah.
And Jefferson, I want to say Thomas Jefferson was 6'2". So it makes sense that they're considered, what I'm saying, more.
They're larger than life.
Larger than life when everybody else is 5'5" or 5'4". I think John Adams was 5'7", 5'8".
Yes.
Like these guys are towering.
Wow.
I'm saying towering figures.
Presence. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's probably when physical presence probably still, now it's important, but not like it was back then.
Not like then. No, because there were very few people.
Yeah. Abraham Lincoln. How tall was Abraham Lincoln?
He was the tallest president ever.
Right. So, there was, and there were plenty of presidents that weren't. Abraham Lincoln was what, 6'4"?
6'4", yeah.
Yeah, 6'4", 6'5". So but it's very interesting because John Adams, you would enjoy.
I'm gonna watch it. I didn't know Paul Giamatti was in it.
He's so good. and he
How many-
plays the role. Like John Adams is always like he's confident in himself. He's very confident in himself, but he's not like one of these guys that are.
Is he like indecisive?
No, he's thorough. That's the word.
Oh, so he did his due diligence.
He's a due diligence guy. He wasn't going to join a side until he understood
all the facts,
which he thought was more which side was more noble. I believe originally he might have even been a Tory. Originally, he might have, if I'm not mistaken. I believe he was actually on the British. Really leaned to the British, and then the British started doing things that really frustrated him.
But I cannot believe he still got elected president.
Yes, so I think he's the guy who got elected president. You know, his first two presidents, George Washington, purely character, obviously, and
it was going to be him.
John Adams was the vice president, and he was great character. Thomas Jefferson probably was considered to have a slightly shaky character.
He had a couple issues.
Yes, a lot of people named Jefferson still in America. But yeah, but he was such a great. He was brilliant. Thomas Jefferson would be considered like Elon Musk of his day. Yes,
right.
Much like Ben Franklin would also be considered like an Elon Musk of his day.
Right, right.
But like they were, I guess.
Ben Franklin was the one that invented the light bulb, right?
The electricity.
Electricity.
I think Edison did the light bulb.
Edison. Yes.
Right, but electricity was Ben Franklin. The Poor Richard's Almanac, Ben Franklin. When You Harvest,
yes,
Ben Franklin.
Yes.
The printing press, Ben Franklin.
No, not the printing press.
I thought he was the printing press.
No, somebody else was the printing press. I thought he was a German.
Ben Franklin printing press? Maybe I'm wrong.
No.
All right, let's see. Hold on.
I remember the
Ben
name.
Franklin.
Was it Eli? No.
No, he didn't. Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
He used he used a printing press. He created the Franklin press. But he did something. I thought he created like a copier or something, but I guess I'm wrong. But he did use the printing press.
Did Thomas Jefferson invent anything?
That's a good question.
Other than he liked to have a lot of sex.
He did have a lot. He did.
Hey, what are you gonna do?
He created the polygraph.
Really?
Improved the plow with an iron moldboard and an innovative pulley systems.
The polygraph. Holy crap. They had polygraphs.
I'm sure it was rudimentary.
I wonder if they were legal back then.
Was Thomas Jefferson a genius? Yes. Thomas Jefferson is widely considered a genius due to his range of intellectual pursuits and significant contributions.
Yes, he was an avid reader.
He was a polymath, excelling in fields like law, politics, architecture, science, history, author of the Declaration of Independence.
Well, presidents back then excelled at law. I mean, I believe the majority were lawyers.
I don't think George Washington was.
Oh, no, you're right. George Washington was not.
Ben Franklin had probably the most.
George Washington was self-educated. I remember reading that. He like schooled himself.
He was an interesting cat in that he Ben Franklin invented things that are crazy. He invented, you ready for this? Ben Franklin, the lightning rod, obviously.
Yes, I recall that.
Bifocals.
I've seen them in a museum. Yes.
Swim fins.
I did not know that.
Urinary catheter.
Well, I hate him for that.
I hate him for that, right? Let's see, what else did he invent?
I'll never forget when I woke up and I had a catheter in me and I almost had a heart attack.
Yeah, flexible catheter. Oh God.
Oh yeah.
The Franklin, Pennsylvania stove, 24-hour 3-wheel clock.
And Washington lived to an older age. Did Franklin live?
Franklin lived to 84.
He did. That's right.
And it wasn't like he was in shape.
Oh no, he was a portly fellow.
Washington only lived till 70s, I think, because
yeah, I thought he was like 75, 76.
He lived to not even 67.
Oh wow! I didn't know he died that young. I thought he was older.
Wow. It's interesting because you don't hear.
Well, his wife never remarried either.
George Washington never had any children.
No, they didn't. No, I remember.
Is that amazing?
I don't think Martha could. I believe.
Yeah, she had 2 from a previous marriage.
Yes.
That was the other thing I thought was so interesting about George Washington for his day. He married a woman.
Well, he wanted wealth. That's why he married Martha Washington.
Yes, correct.
She had land and wealth, and he pursued her, and she blew him off forever.
He kind of it's interesting.
He was smart.
He was savvy, very savvy guy.
Yeah, because he came from a modest family. I thought his father died young and left him some land.
He was a surveyor, I think.
A surveyor, yes, but he wanted more, and that's why he pursued Martha, because that was his way into the elitist, to be an elitist, because she was wealthy.
It's so interesting how he thought for his time.
Well, no, he wanted to get ahead. What do you got to do to get ahead?
What?
You gotta marry rich.
You're right.
Yeah.
Let's see. I wonder what
he had a sugar mama.
He did before that was the thing.
Yeah.
John Adams. The Stamp Act was really the final straw for John Adams.
Oh, the taxes on it?
Yeah, he didn't like it. Here's what's interesting. He did not like the British, killing those people in the Boston Massacre, but yet
he defended them.
Thought they deserved a fair trial.
Well, that's the truth to this day. Everyone deserves a defense.
I mean, it's amazing how the foresight that him, Thomas Jefferson, George Washington had, and some of those other guys.
Oh, I say the same thing. Like, I couldn't imagine today, taking 10 people, putting them in a room and say, okay, invent a country. come up with laws and rules and the bills to run a country. You're in charge of deciding how we run this country.
Crazy.
John Hancock. All those people.
And it's funny because Ben Franklin never wanted to be the leader, but he was like the guy.
He was the smartest one,
right? He was in the shadows. He's probably also. My guess is he might have been the wealthiest.
Ben Franklin, really?
Or among the. He's a Quaker. Oh, he's a Quaker.
Yes, he was a Quaker. Yes. I didn't know he was the wealthiest.
I thought he was wealthy.
Oh, okay.
Part of what became wealthy. Yes. So, how rich was Ben Franklin? Okay. It says it's hard to say his net worth, but in today's terms, somewhere between 10 million.
Holy crap.
Now, that's not a billionaire, but still, he's pretty wealthy.
That's a lot. I mean, And back then, your wealth was really determined by property, right? I mean, if you owned a lot of land, that's where the value was, in gold.
George Washington was one of the wealthiest men during his time.
Yeah, well, because of Martha.
At his death, he was worth over $500,000. When considering the size, it translated in today's dollars, 25 billion.
Oh, right. Okay. Wow.
Today's dollars, 25 billion.
Yeah. It's because of Martha. He was smart.
Out of that land.
Well, Martha wanted nothing to do with him, and he would have gotten the stalking charge today.
Oh my God! It's amazing how it is amazing. Like I couldn't imagine you're sitting in a room.
I can't either, and they were sweating. It was so hot. You're
right. You're wearing all this damn clothes they wore.
Yeah, they all wear the wool suits in 1776.
Who came up with that fucking bad fashion model?
They're doing the Declaration of Independence and
sweating
the Constitution. Yeah, I couldn't imagine how that would be done. I don't like
sitting there sweating your dick off. No air conditioning. There's no air conditioning or anything.
Yeah, I consent to anything just to get out of there. I'd say,
listen, we're gonna go to war. Yeah, how long is this gonna take?
Sure. What else you want?
Where do I sign?
Yeah,
I gotta go over to the lake and just lay there for a while.
But I don't think that you could put however many people they had in a room today and have them knock out a way to run a country. Like, I don't think the people of the politicians of today would ever be able to do it. And I think they did it because they felt so oppressed and hated the British so much that they put all their differences aside to get on the same page and get it done. And I don't think that would happen today.
No, I don't know how they could.
Because there's just too much maneuvering and too many agendas. Like they'd never get it done.
I also wondered, how do they all find that's a long
the Liberty Bell?
You're getting on a train. I'm not train. You're getting on a horse and buggy, and you're gonna ride from wherever you're living at the time, Virginia, and you go to Philadelphia.
Philly.
That takes forever to get there.
It was a nightmare. And then you had to stay in these awful boarding houses. Yeah. It was a disaster. That's where they all met to do it. The Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, the Constitution. They knocked it all out.
Like, do you think any of them were sitting there sweating?
They were. No, I read about it. I read that it was so hot in that room because there were so many people, and it was already 90 degrees, and they were dehydrated. It was awful.
I wonder if they're sitting in the back. A couple of them. I was like, what is it going to take for us to get the fuck out of here?
I was like, what's will
it take to get the fuck out of here?
The Declaration of Independence, just write whatever. We succeed. We want to be our own country. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.
George, please, no more speeches.
Yeah, we don't need no point of order. No more points of order.
You have gotten us. We are convinced.
Can we go now?
Can I take this suit off, please?
Yes. Can I please go to bed now?
Can I please go to the bed now? It is amazing that George Washington never had kids.
Yeah, well, I don't think Martha could after the two that she had. And I don't know that I can't remember if he didn't want them or not. I saw a thing on him, but I can't remember.
I wonder, and the other thing that's amazing is you think about all of the offspring of people
Yeah.
like, let's say, Thomas Jefferson, all right, or the ones we know of.
Well, Abraham Lincoln, I thought still had lineage to this day.
Does he?
I thought he did. Yes. I don't know that. I know the others. I don't believe they do.
Ben Franklin. Are there any descendants of Ben? Yes, there are likely thousands. All descendants from his daughter. He had 2 sons, but one died in childhood, and William was an illegitimate son who died out. His daughter had 8 children.
Well, because back then the infant mortality rate was so high.
Right. It was interesting. And then I wonder about Thomas Jefferson.
Well, he's definitely got some offspring running around.
His 6th grandson, Shannon Lanier, is black.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course.
It was him and Shannon, Shirley Hemmings, or whatever her name was.
He can't. The man loved the jungle love. What are you gonna do?
No, yes, it's pretty. He's got white and black descendants.
Yeah, well, he fornicated with his slaves.
It's amazing. It's amazing time period. Like, you can't fathom it. Like, just like, by the way, today, the kids today, they can't fathom that we didn't have cell phones.
Oh, I think about it too. I can't imagine. And I was like, I refused to get one. I didn't get one till my senior year in college because I had to for a job. I never wanted one. Because I never wanted people to be able to get it, because they expect to get a hold of you 24/7.
Correct.
If you don't answer a call,
correct.
If you don't respond to a text, within seconds, minutes, all hell breaks loose.
The funniest thing is when I first time I had a cell phone was probably 98.
Yeah, probably 98, 99. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when they started being prominent.
Right. And then in 99, I remember I was working in New York City, and my boss was my cousin's cousin. So not technically related, but cousin's cousin.
Did you have a pager too? Did you have to have a pager?
No, I didn't. I refused to have a pager. I didn't want anyone bothering me.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
refused.
I did too.
So I got a cell phone. Then I got a new one. I remember when I was working in the city, and my boss would text me.
And I remember nobody knew what texting was.
Well, he was amazing at texting on the little fucking phone.
Really? On the little Motorola's?
Yes, he would fucking fly through it. And I would just text back, okay. Yeah, like, he's like, dude, are you gonna respond? I'm like, dude, I'm not responding. I can't use this thing. I gotta hit 3 times the same button to get to the letter I want.
Yeah, I couldn't because I had sausage fingers. Yeah. I was like, can you just call me?
And I used to smash them every other weekend when I would drink. I would take my cell phone because they were so cheap, you know.
I hated them. Yeah.
I would like, I hate this thing. I smash it. Not like now I have a computer as a phone, you know.
Well, that's what your phone is now. I mean, it's your lifeline.
It's crazy because
everything's connected to it.
I remember we were out partying one time, and it must have been 2000 and maybe 99 or 2001. And we go in, and somebody's driving, and I just take my cell phone and I just fire it out the window. And it smacked. Yeah, it smacked. What? And they were like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't want anybody calling me.
You threw it out the window?
I'm like, no one's going to be able to call you now. And I'm like, great. I'll do what I used to do. Just like show up. I hope someone's there.
Were you just driving and you just threw it out the window? Unprovoked? Nobody said anything? You just...
I'm sure someone said something to me.
Just came over and you throw it out the window.
Smashed it.
Did you go back and get it?
Yeah, they made me go back and get it. It was smashed. My friends were like, go back and get it.
They made you go back and get it.
They're like, come on. Like, what are you doing? How are we going to call you? I'm like, don't call me. I said, I don't want to.
You don't want the cell.
There was a time when I really didn't want people to call me, dude. I said, if you want to call me on my home phone.
I felt the same way.
I didn't want to fucking be a slave to my phone. You know what I mean?
know, it's the worst. It's the worst.
I was like, call me on my home phone. If I'm not there, I'll fucking get back to you when I get
yeah.
home.
That's how
it was.
I love that. I know. That's why people had answering machines. That was the best thing.
I put some cool music to the background. And,
yeah. But I remember I had lost my phone and I didn't get one for like 2 weeks, and it was the greatest 2 weeks ever. Nobody could get a hold of you, to text you. And then I remember when I got the phone and I activated it, boom, 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 boom.
Oh, people are mad at you too.
Text, missed calls, fucking crazy.
What are you doing? Are you alive?
Why aren't you? Are you mad at me? It's always, are you mad at me?
Yeah,
if you don't respond fast enough, it's, are you mad at me? What did I do?
I'm telling you, in '99, I know people already had cell phones. I was still telling people, just call my home phone.
Or I said, call my dorm.
Or I think you could or email me. Yeah, I think you'd email.
Yeah.
Email me, and then I'll and it's funny because when I used to, yeah, man,
you fired it out the window.
I was crazy.
And they made you go back and get it.
And, my friends were mad. They were like, "What are you doing, dude?
How we can't call you?
How are we gonna get what happens if something happens to you?"
I don't want to talk to anyone.
I'm like, if something happens to you, there's nothing you're gonna be able to do about it anyway. So
yeah.
What are you gonna save? You're gonna save me? How are you gonna save me?
Oh my God.
But
that's the greatest thing ever.
Oh God! I back in those days, I was.
But now, if that happened, you die.
I don't even go out, so I wouldn't even know. Like, there's obviously I live down the shore where there's all kinds of great places to go out. And I used to go out to all of them back in the day, all of them, every weekend, all the time. I mean, I'm not kidding. Every weekend, and now I live right by there. I never go to any of them.
Well, like you're 50. I mean,
yeah.
I wouldn't expect you to go.
Well, it's funny because remember, I'm an older dad, right? So some of the guys that
they're
I'm
younger.
Friends with are they're your age.
Yeah. Early 40s, late 30s.
Right. So they still kind of go. They still go out.
They hang out. Yeah,
they hang out. So they're always like, I'm like, I got,
or I got to get back by 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I'll be sleeping in the corner of the bar, like, get it. But like, no, it's funny because they're like, oh, you haven't been to this place yet. I'm like, because these people all grew up down here, and I didn't really, I only went to the party spots.
Yeah, right.
So
those were the best ones.
Oh, I used to love bringing the UConn guys down the shore. It was great. They loved it. Oh yeah,
I love bringing them everywhere. But like, what would happen right now? Say you were driving home from practice tonight,
right?
And you just decided to throw your cell phone out the window.
Well, for sure,
I'm done.
It wouldn't break.
Well, say it broke.
Okay.
Would you survive without the cell phone?
I would survive. Everybody else would hate me. I would be great.
You'd be thrilled.
Yeah. I would be great. It would be great. I would just lay in the couch and nap. No one would bother me. I wouldn't have anything ringing. And
you love watching Twitter or TikTok.
I do. I love all that stuff. I do love it.
Yeah, you don't like
it wouldn't
the communication.
It wouldn't bother because I know what it's like. I know.
Yeah.
So you know it was very hard for my son, like because I got very upset. I got very upset, and he no longer has an iPad because I was very upset, and he can't.
Well, he's 10.
Talk to his friends, right? He wants to talk to his friends.
Oh, so they can message on the iPad.
They
or tweet or whatever.
He has so he doesn't have a phone number, but he has iCloud. You could talk.
Oh, right. So it's like email almost.
Call you on email. I don't know how. Whatever.
Oh, okay.
So he calls and talks to them.
So that's what he does on his iPad. and you took it away from them.
They play games and they talk.
Yeah, and then you took it away from them.
They talk smack to each other.
Yeah, and you took it away.
Oh yeah.
And he lost his mind.
Well, he doesn't have it. He hasn't had it for a while. So
that's great.
But you know what? Here's the funny part. He's upset probably because his friends, he can't communicate as much with his friends. Okay.
Yeah.
Which I completely understand. But his attitude overall
has improved.
Way better.
Because you have to actually talk and interact with people.
Way better. I went to breakfast with him yesterday, and he talked to me the whole time. He never talked to me
because he's always
he talked to me the whole time.
This generation can't communicate.
I was actually like, wow, I wasn't expecting him to talk to me. So he talks to me in the car. So I like that part of it.
Yes, don't get him a cell phone until he's like 15.
No, he's not getting a cell phone. No.
Dude, that's why this generation cannot talk and communicate.
Yeah,
because they do this. They don't know how to talk.
I said to him, if you want to talk to your friends, and he did it a little bit today. You have PlayStation.
Yeah. Yep. You can talk over
that.
Right.
Talk to them through PlayStation.
Yeah.
Now, not as many of your friends are playing that. They probably most of them are on their iPad, but you talk to them through that. It's also a lot less addictive than the iPad. Like a video game.
There's actually there's the iPad and iPhone addiction. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the way that it's set up is different. Like you're playing games on a big screen.
Yes.
Eventually, you kind of get bored. Eventually,
Right.
On iPad, you're playing the game. You're talking to your friend.
The dopamine receptors are continue to fire.
Firing constantly.
Yeah, and you can't turn it off.
Yep, and I've noticed that like when you ask them to like work out after that or train or go to practice, not the same person.
Not at all. No.
Because they're drained of their
brain's been working the whole time.
Right. Your brain's been working and your dopamine hits drop.
It plateaus. Yes.
So now you have no dopamine. You're going to practice when you need that dopamine.
And you're not up for it. Right.
You're not up for it. You'd rather be anywhere but there, because you've been draining your dopamine. For whatever reason, PlayStation, I'm sure it does trigger some level of dopamine. Doesn't trigger anywhere near the level of dopamine that an iPad or a phone would.
Because there's so many more things you can do on the iPad and the phone.
Yeah, I mean, a computer doesn't trigger it the same way.
No.
A computer, you're working on it, but it doesn't trigger it.
No.
I don't.
And I don't have it set up like where I get texts on my computer or anything.
Yeah, me neither.
There's a lot of people that do.
And it annoys me if I did get a text on there. Like I wouldn't even respond.
No. I know what the people that do that. They Bluetooth their phone so everything goes on their computer during the day.
Now, my back in the day favorite, and yours probably too, the most addictive chat ever, AOL.
Instant Messenger.
That thing, I don't know why that disappeared. Maybe the cell phone made it disappear. Because you
because with the texting, yeah.
AOL Instant Messenger.
Yeah, I would do it all night.
Oh man,
I would do it in college, coming home to the
so
bar.
many girls at the same time.
The booty calls I got off of that.
Oh,
after getting back from Huskies, jump on Messenger, see who's.
I couldn't imagine having that. If I had that in college, I would have been. Forget it. That'd been dangerous.
You didn't have it.
Oh, so the first time I used AOL, I don't know if I ever told you this. When I was in grad school, my last year, I started an online term paper writing business.
Oh, that was smart. That people made a lot of. Mike Morelli used to do that for me.
Yeah, so I
write the papers.
I used to. I think Mike Morello used to originally write for me in my.
Yeah, Morelli was awesome.
So I had all the papers online, and you could pay for a membership, and then you could download papers. I had a whole database.
Oh, so you didn't always have to individually write them. You
I
had
both
a
services.
database of them.
Yes,
Wow.
they could download it, and then I built a website, and then
you built a website.
I built it myself. Yeah, back then.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
That's
you know how
impressive.
I built it? So I was stuck there. This is my 6th year.
That must have taken forever.
I was in my 2nd year of grad school. I was done playing. It was the winter time before my last semester.
Yeah.
And I stayed up there. Like by the time I was a grad school, I just stayed up at UConn all the time. I almost never.
Yeah, there's no point to go home. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I went home, say hello to my family, but my house was small. Like there was nowhere for me to stay.
Yeah.
So, I would just stay up there. So everybody left, okay, and I was still up there. And
were the dorms open, or you were in an
apartment?
Writing
papers for guys already, okay. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna.
You were getting ahead right away. You were writing papers.
I was writing papers, and I had a team of people that were writing.
Oh my God,
is that crazy? So then, yeah. So then, and the way we did it was you weren't like we had disclaimers. You couldn't turn it in exactly, and you had to sign.
Yeah, they had to tweak it, right?
Yeah. But who knows? I don't know what people did. But but here's what's crazy was, so I go in the wintertime. Shane left. I can't remember who my other roommate was. Everybody left. It was just me, and there was in the winter, there's very few people up there.
Nobody's there, yeah.
And I was off campus, and basically what I did was I worked out and I read, and I didn't even have I turned off all my lights. I had no TV. I had nothing. I was like Abraham. They used to call me Abraham Lincoln. I would read one of his daytime.
Where'd the TV go? Who took the TV?
No, I just didn't have electricity. I didn't want to pay for it. I didn't want to pay for electricity. I had no heat.
Oh my God.
I had nothing. So I was up there by myself in the winter. I would put blankets on me. I would
would you read with a flashlight?
I would read with like a flashlight or candlelight. Yep. And
how did you learn to build a website?
That's how I did it. I read it during the day, or I would go down to CPIA. You remember CPIA?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I'd go read there. And so I read it.
Boom, you self-taught yourself how to build a website?
I got a book from I must have got it from. Oh, I know what I got it from. It just hit me right now. So I went into. I'm like, there has to be a book on this. I'm like, how to build websites, even though it was kind of new back then.
Yes,
I'm like, there has to be a book. This was 97,
7, yeah.
And so I went to the co-op, and
you got the book.
Was it called the co-op when you were there?
Yes,
I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's not in the building it is now, but it was down by the library.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, okay. So it's still that way when you were there. So so I go in there. I'm like, is there any books on HTML coding?
Oh my God.
And the lady
they must have looked at you like you were nuts.
They're like, what? I'm like, coding, like
what?
Computer programming. They're like, we have Pascal. I'm like, yeah, I did Pascal in high school. I mean, and I did BASIC in high school because I was in computers in high school. I happen to have a genius.
No, I know you do.
Math teacher. No, my math teacher was a genius guy, and he introduced me to computers back in high school in 91. And he taught me how to program BASIC and Pascal. I don't remember it. I didn't remember it at that point, but I remember how the sequencing worked. So when I went in there, I was like, okay, I'm like, I know how the sequencing works. So if I could just learn this new language. So I got HTML. I heard that's how you have to do it. I went and I read the whole book. And this is true. Shane would verify the story. by the way. So I read the whole book. When I came back in, before everyone got back, I already had coded my site, and I built the site in CPIA on their computer,
on their server,
on their servers.
Did you have to pay for the name of it or anything?
It was called SA Ecstasy.
Oh my freaking God.
And we used so then I recruited Jay Carrier as my partner. He was done playing and he was still finishing up school. He was a year younger than me. And he was still finishing up maybe his 5th year. I don't know, like maybe he did 5 years. I don't know. I don't remember. And or maybe he was in grad school. So I said, Jay, I need you as my partner. We're going to use AOL email, send messages out, and we put it on the chat boards and say, we need writers. We got writers. We got writers locally at UConn.
That's how you did it. You went to the chat rooms. You put it out in public chat rooms?
Chat rooms. I said, we're looking for writers. We had people send us resumes. We go through the resumes.
Oh my God. Oh
and then
my God.
I had a site built and people would go and call, and Shane would tell me, because I would say, hey, listen, when you answer the phone, I told Shane this in my room. I said, you answer the phone, SA Ecstasy. If it's one of our friends, they'll know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
But like they would all answer the phone, SA Ecstasy, and then they would answer the phone, and then I'd be like, yo, if somebody needs a paper, you give me a phone, I'll take the order. And then we got people. We would get people to do it on the internet. So then we started getting them to buy on the internet, and then
well, they paid you in cash, obviously, right?
Well, if it was local at UConn, yeah, but like if it was over the phone, I took credit cards.
You processed credit cards?
Yes. I went to a bank. I got credit card processor. Yes. I mean, people don't understand. This is 1997.
You were running an illegal writing business.
And then it's funny. I mean, it's
if they were local, I got cash. So you saying people from like other colleges called you too?
Yeah. Oh yeah, all over. all over the country.
Oh my God. You got that famous.
Dude, listen. Everybody knew SA Ecstasy, dude. Everyone knew it. Everyone knew it.
From the University of Washington could call you and say, oh, I need a paper on fucking linguistics, and you're $150 and you get it done.
There's no okay, look, there's still, this is crazy. There's still articles from, let me see if there's anything still. There used to be no, I guess it's probably gone now.
CPIA.
Yep. All right, that's CPIA. I built the website on CPIA servers.
I can't believe that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And so I taught myself HTML. I read the book. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you self-taught.
That's how I taught myself. Yeah. I read the book. I would do it on CPIA, see if it worked, and then I would read the next thing, and I would do it. I was in there all fucking day.
No, I can imagine.
All day. Like I would eat. Like I was so into like learning it. I would eat. I would go to Jonathan's, get something to eat.
Yes.
Come right back. Be right back in there, like program.
Away.
They would be like, "What are you?
What are you doing?"
I'm learning the program.
Yeah.
So I taught myself the program. Like listen, for that time period, people thought I was like I'm sure there were real programmers that were obviously geniuses, but in the sport community, they thought I was a genius.
No. Yes.
No one was doing anything like that.
Yeah, but still, it took forever to build websites. So
it took forever.
I cannot believe that.
Yep. So when I got my first real quote unquote job in Virginia, we did it for another year. I was making more money from that site than it was
easily.
for my job. I was making we were splitting. Well, me and Jay were splitting. I don't remember exactly how much, but I remember the revenue.
How many writers did you have?
I remember the revenue one year was $150,000.
I believe that wholeheartedly.
And
how many writers did you
I don't
employ?
remember. We probably
Like
so we used to send it out to the writers. Like if you said, hey, you needed a paper on sports, we would take the process the order, put it out to an email to all, like CC all of our writers. We had like 25, 30 writers, CC them. And we'd say, first person to come back that can do it for the rate that we're sending you. This is the rate.
Yes.
You get it. Right.
Oh, so you put some fire under them.
Yes. So it's on them. Yeah. Now you couldn't do that now, but that's what it was. And it fucking worked. And then eventually what happened was me and Jay got jobs and like,
you couldn't do it.
Kind of like, who wants to keep doing it? Even though
were you actually having to still write papers, or
in the beginning I wrote some things, but I wasn't writing anything.
So you were the CEO.
Whatever you call it. Yeah,
you didn't micromanage.
Yeah. They don't know. I love the system.
Greatest fucking story ever.
Now here's the next part. So when I started my company, so then I worked obviously.
Yeah,
I was in tech, and I moved up really quick in tech. But I knew a lot about tech because I actually did my own thing. Like I kind of already did my own thing. So a lot of these other people were kind of theory, and I actually did it. You know what I mean? So I understood. So that's why I would land these big accounts when I go to these companies, because I could understand what was going on. So then when I left, and then I started my own company. When I started training, I built my own site from scratch.
Right. Yes, I believe that.
I made it all myself. So now I used the same philosophy for the paper writing for getting trainers. So I started running these camps around the country, speed camps around like speed and quickness around. I ran them in 20 before I did the combines. 20 sites around the country. I ran speed and quickness camps. It was called Schumann
with like the bungee cords and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had like a whole set equipment thing I would give every coach.
Stuff. Yeah.
We ran them around the country. I had a lot of great it wasn't hard to find like track coaches and stuff, Had them all around the country. All these coaches, and I used the same system. I used
the same model.
Set it up and all this kind of thing. And it worked like a charm for a long time. So we did speed camps. We went from doing nothing to, by the third year, I was doing $200,000 in speed camps. But then it's much like anything that became popular, and then it wasn't
right. But it gets copied. Yeah,
it wasn't as popular, or you lose one of your top guys.
Yes,
you know what I mean. So that was a hard business to sustain. And then I started my own training facility. Then ended up having 2 or 3 training facilities. Yes. Then I started running the showcases, and I applied the same model that I did for the speed camps for the showcases. I just applied that to the showcases. It was like, that'll work. Boom! Exploded, right? It was a better business. And then eventually that business changed, but that was a better business than the speed camp business. And obviously the speed camp business and the speed training business was a better business than the paper writing business, which eventually was, going to run out eventually.
I always wondered, could you have copyrighted the showcase, the format?
I did. I trademarked it.
Because that's what I thought would protect you.
So it's crazy. I did trademark it at one point, but then it was hard to track it. Like there's so many competitors.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No way to keep these. So
you would have to personally
be going after all of them.
Oh, okay. All right, I didn't know that. So even if you have
very difficult to manage, very, very difficult to manage.
Even if you have the copyright or the trademark, if someone,
I'm going to come back this year. I have I'm going to go back to my old model, and I'm going to do it again. I have a whole plan of how I'm going to do it this year, and I'm going to go back to my old model, which was
traveling.
Not me traveling, but like my old model of
farming it out,
doing a deal with people.
Yes, so, that's what you should do. You license it.
Right, to going back to that old original model that I did back with the speed training days.
Yes.
With the combine, what was unique about it at the time was I and my original team was able to cover 50 events a year.
You did a ton. I know you were all over.
We did it ourselves, but that really wasn't a great long-term plan, but that's what we did. And so the quality was so good because we basically all traveled together. So we basically
you're with each other all the time.
You go in, you knew what you were doing every time. Yeah. Like it wasn't like you didn't have to worry about you didn't have to worry about the quality changing. The hardest thing about when you hire freelancers, which happened in the speed training business, was that you get a call. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if someone has a bad experience.
So I don't like, the way he talks to me. I don't like whatever it is. And you're like, then you got to talk to the coach and find out what the issue is. But you're not there. You're not there.
Right. You can't be.
So you got to figure out a better incentive plan.
Well, you got to have people you can trust.
It's beyond that. You got to get an incentive plan. Trust.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You have to have incentive to make them do what you need them to do.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're in agreement on it based off the incentive plan. Hey, you're going to get this percentage.
You'll get this.
You've got to follow this process. If you don't follow this process, we're not going to stay with you. So, which is what we did originally with the speed training business. I believe it or not, I had some very, very, very well-known guys, some guys who went on to become really well-known. Listen, me and I just had him on my podcast. You remember Don Beebe? He played for
yeah, of course.
We had Don on about maybe a few months ago. So Don Beebe, as soon as Derek didn't realize, he brought on Don. He said, "Oh, I'm going to bring on Don Beebe." Don Beebe is a college coach now.
Yeah,
but Don Beebe originally was, I think, in North Carolina. He was doing the speed training because he played for the Panthers in the end.
Correct.
Training down there, and I was running my combines and doing the speed training. And Don Beebe was a partner of ours for a while. But here's what's funny: I haven't talked to Don Beebe
in
at least 10, 11 years, maybe more. Right? Because once you move, even though he was a great guy, so what was funny is we got him a pod. So Derek. He's always amazed at how many people I know. I'm like, the only reason I know these people is because they've all traveled. They all work with me
all over the country,
right? So we go and Don said, I said, Todd, how's it going? And he's like, oh my God, I haven't talked to you forever. And Derek was like, what? How do you know Don Beebe? I'm like, Don Beebe and I used to do business together. He's like, Dave original system was genius. I know the world has changed and it's no longer the thing that it was, but he's like, when he was doing it, he said it to him right there. He said it was like nothing else.
Well, you pioneered it,
but
then everyone copies it. But I thought, because I was talking to someone and they had asked, and I wondered if you copyrighted the camp or the showcase and trademarked it, would that have given you protection for only you to be able to do it? And you said the only way to police it would be if someone copied you, you would have to sue them yourself.
Right.
You have to go after them.
You'd have to have a team. So it works if you're Wendy's, right? You copy Wendy's, you violate their trademark.
Yeah.
And Wendy's says, you know what? I'll fight all these battles.
Cease and desist. Yeah.
I'm $1 billion company. I'll fight all 1,000. I have a team of lawyers to fight 1,000 of these battles.
Yeah.
But even like colleges, for example, like UConn, if you blaringly do something, they can go and enforce it, but they're not going to fight every battle.
No.
Like the guy selling UConn T-shirts outside the stadium that's not part of it, they're not going to go after him.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so they could, yes.
WWE does. No.
You know, they're not going to bother. So in the combines, it's really like that times, you know, UConn's a much stronger brand than, you know, like a combine brand. So that part was really, really interesting. Like my favorite is like Jeff Christensen is the most famous quarterback coach in the country. Okay.
Yes.
Patrick Mahomes, Baker Mayfield, you name it.
He was worked with everyone.
Well, me and Jeff know each other back when I used to run my Chicago camps. And I have Jeff's number on my cell phone, you know, and Jeff, great guy, but tough as nails, tough as to play in the NFL. And Jeff, when we first started, he was just kind of starting his business. And Jeff used to work our combines, run the quarterbacks, and I thought he was the greatest quarterback coach. But he was a wild guy, but greatest quarterback coach. But he used to also he used to be like, man, I'd be doing those the vertical jump. I'd be doing those vertical jump stick machines for hours at your events. So I mean, he would coach the QBs, but part of it was like if you had to help on the testing part.
Yeah,
and
that was
Jeff Jeff always did the vertical jump. That was his thing, the vertical jump, Jeff. Yeah, and he loved it. And me and Jeff used to talk for hours and hours, and now it's great. Like he's the man and the quarterback. But you know, I know him back in the day from that, and it would be so funny because sometimes the parent would complain about Jeff, you know, and I'm like, dude, this guy's unbelievable. What are you?
You're getting the best. Yeah,
he was up, and the things he does now, he's refined them a lot, but he was doing a lot of that back then. And he was good friends with Steve DeBerg, and Steve DeBerg is the mentor of Shane.
Yes, he told me because we played arena. He was an arena coach too.
Yes, so that was Shane's mentor was Steve DeBerg.
Yes.
So it's funny because they used to I'm just going back in time, but like Steve DeBerg and they'd be out having a good time and call me. What's up,
Steve DeBerg was a drunk man. He used to get wasted every time I saw him.
Always. What's up, Shoe? They called me at like midnight. What's up?
I always thought he coached lit too. He was just wasted.
Probably did. But he's like he was like really came up with some of these great concepts with respect to quarterback training and development. And Jeff has taken that and like run with it, you know?
Right.
Like he's at a different level now. But Steve DeBerg was his boy, and
that's where he learned from.
Yeah, that's where Shane learned from.
Yes.
And it's very interesting. It's interesting how these things work. Like when you go and you build something.
Well, I've never met anyone who's built 5 different businesses, basically.
When you build it, you know, like obviously I'm not as good, you know, I'm not like Bill Gates or anything. Those guys are different level than me, you know.
Yeah, but to build, to have 4 or 5 successful different businesses and concepts, that is rare.
Yeah, it's very interesting. And look at the YouTube concept. You know, so like each time, basically what happens is this is what goes on in my brain, and I'm not as good as like the really really best guys, but it might be because
you always think ahead. You're always ahead of the curve.
Sometimes I'm too far ahead.
Yes.
So sometimes I've been too far ahead. Combines, I happen to hit it pretty good.
Oh, you hit it at the perfect time.
Right. The speed camps, I hit it a good time, but I didn't have a great model, but I hit it at a good time. Combines, I had a good time. I've hit some other things at decent timing, but sometimes I've been ahead of things. Like I originally was running 57-on-7 tournaments around the country before anybody. 2010.
So so that is ahead of the time because now you can do that.
Too far ahead of the time.
Yes.
There wasn't enough teams. Okay. Jeez. So I had, this is going to sound crazy. I had my own teams around the country. So we had.
Okay. I see.
So
what
like
you're
how I
saying.
have the Boardwalk Beasts locally here.
Yes, you said that.
Band built that out.
North, south, east. Yeah.
We had teams all over the country that I owned. We had our own tryouts for
them out. Yes.
Yeah, like
That's amazing.
Yeah, so what's the guys that play, the brothers that play in the NFL? One played at Alabama, the receiver. Shit, I can't think of their name. And his other brother went to Georgia, but they were on like my team in the South. Like they were a part of the South Stars, and then I had the Florida Speed, and I had the Tri-City something, and then they had the what the hell were they called? I can't remember. And then I had some team in the Northeast, and then I had a team in Tennessee, and then I had a team in California. I had a team in Texas.
That's
crazy.
Amazing. Well, and you're right, because now that's what everyone does is 7-on-7 tournaments every weekend in the fucking summer.
Yep.
They have traveled to 7-on-7 teams.
Yep. And
that's what we're going to do with 5v5. Well, that's going to be the next big one.
Absolutely. So it becomes a timing.
So you were ahead big time.
I was too far ahead on that one. I was too far.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't enough teams.
Yeah.
Right. So our tournaments would have 4 teams, 6 teams, 8 teams, because there wasn't enough teams yet playing.
Right. But now you have the kids.
Now everybody is
10 and under, 9 and under. Yeah, there's so many kids that do it.
There's so many teams.
And there's so many teams, right.
But back then there wasn't. But yeah, so that's an example where I was too far ahead. So really it didn't work. But yeah, so but my whole thing was always, is there a need for something, and why would there be the need? Like, what's missing that people want it? And and if there's something there, then maybe you have something. Like, that would be always my thing. Like, I'd be like, and we came up with the 7-on-7 terms because at our big camps we used to run 7-on-7 as a part of our camp.
Yeah, it's part of the camp. Yeah, that's what we did too.
That's what high schools did. That's what college camp. I got it from college coaches.
Yeah,
I just applied it to my camps, right?
Correct.
And those were some of the I mean, it's amazing. Like they're eventually it'll wash out. Like in the next 10 years, a lot of my people will be gone completely. They'll be old, but it will be like a time past where you basically went through this system, and so many people went through this same exact system.
Yeah.
But now those guys are mostly 30 now, most of those guys. Like Tyrod Taylor was the first kid to go through my camp. Tyrod Taylor, Joe Hayden. Joe Hayden's probably out of the NFL now, I think.
Yes.
Tyrod's been in for 15 years? I don't know. I mean, Tyrod was the very first camp in 2005. He's probably he's probably the oldest player of my original guys. He has to be. But
then all the colleges copied the showcase by basically doing the one-day camps.
Correct. That's why there was no sustainability in any of it. Yes.
Did you know that was going to happen eventually, or you didn't see it coming? Because nobody did one day
possible. I knew it was possible. What my thing was that I thought, and this
they all did overnights.
My mistake was I thought that if you got it and put it everywhere, that it was too big to end. But basically, what happened was
I would have thought the same thing if you offer it everywhere.
But it became too big to manage, is what became the problem.
Right.
It became too big to manage. There wasn't enough overall revenue,
for the infrastructure, right,
for the infrastructure to handle it. So it was
so So if you had stayed in like one area, like the Northeast, and gone south,
if I had gone to a leaner model earlier, that would have been the key.
yeah, because you employed so many people too.
The other mistake I made was, if I'm just trying to, so I built my business off of Google Ads. Okay.
Yeah, I know you said that,
but I learned that, this is gonna laugh, I learned how to do that from the days of the term paper business. So how I got that business built
you
was,
were buying Google Ads.
there was no Google Ads back then.
Oh,
There was a site called go.com or go2.com.
yeah.
You remember it?
Or are you thinking of GoDaddy.com?
Oh, Go2, G-O-T-O, I think it was.
Oh, GOTO. Okay, yes.
And they had the best rates for advertising.
For the banner ads you're talking about.
It was, I don't know if it was banner ads or it was placement. I think it was placement at the top.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes.
So I paid a very low rate, like 10 cents, maybe lower, per 1,000 impressions for my term paper writing business.
You got
wow. I got all
That's
kinds of customers.
So
when it came back around, to Google, became the dominant thing.
That's
and I was now running. I said, well, I'll just do the same thing with Google, because at the time it was 10 cents.
Yeah.
Part of the overall issue was when that amount got raised because there are more people jumping in. Yeah, it cut your margins. These things cut margins. And when they start to cut margins, you have
your
a problem.
overhead. Yes.
Yeah. So, but I had about 5 years before that happened.
So you were doing Google Ads?
Yes.
That's amazing for the camps.
2005.
Oh my God.
And maybe it was 2006. Maybe it was 2006.
But you never did like SEO or SEM.
I had an SEO guy.
You did. So
a young kid
you were always out of the curve.
A young kid who was in college, okay, who used to train at my training facility. I had the training facilities through 2011. He used to work out there. He was friends with my partner in the training facility. He brought him in. He goes, hey, I can't remember the guy's name now. He probably works for he's probably making buku bucks because he was way ahead of the curve. He said he's looking to test case what he is learning in school.
Right. Search engine optimization.
Right. Great. He said he'll do our Google ads too for us. Yep. And so we just paid him a certain amount per month. He knew the optimization. So he took whatever I was doing and just made it great.
He figured out the algorithm.
He understood it.
Yeah.
And then it was unbelievable what he did. And so
that's amazing.
But when he left, eventually I had to let him go because we were paying him for years. And I had to let him go because what happened was
the cost was too high. Yeah.
The Google rate started going up, and he was
the impressions are way too much.
He's like, it's up to you, but you're spending so much money here now. It's not you're not
impressions,
you're not getting the return you were getting before.
The click rate went way down.
I keep trying to tweak it, but it's going to be limited,
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I had a 5-year run before that happened.
That's amazing.
Of anybody being able to come after me. I was number one in search for 5 years.
You were the first one to come up. Yes.
Number one.
That's amazing.
For 5 years, dude. And we would just get and we understood it, and I would just tell him, whatever you think I should spend, we'll spend it. But he came back to me when it was no longer feasible, because I came to him and said, dude, I'm spending all this money. He's like, dude, he was honest with algorithms changed. He's like, people are jumping in, spending more money because it's a bidding system. They're bidding more than you.
That is. That's
you're dropping down. He's like, now you're paying more for it. He's like, I don't even know if you can. He's like, I'm not even going to be worth it for you after a certain point. So, but here's what I didn't know. I should have done a better job of figuring out Facebook and Instagram ads.
Yeah, before they
Before that,
screwed
what
everything.
happened was when it came around the third time, I was very I just
Facebook fucked
I
everyone.
couldn't find the well, first Google fucked it up by
Well, yeah, with how much they raised the prices.
put all these fucking ads. I mean, look at Google now; it's a fucking mess.
No, I know it is. There's banner ads everywhere.
And then Facebook.
Oh, they fucked everyone.
Oh, dude.
Because your posts don't even go to all your followers anymore. They go to 10% of your followers.
They screwed up the golden goose. They had the golden goose.
They 100% did.
They kept fucking with it and fucking with it.
Because they wanted more money and more money and more money.
And it was stupid. And they have zero control if you lose your site or anything. So
yeah, you can't get it back.
You can't get it back. So I had this NUC Sport, just like my personal page. I'm on another page now because
I know. I saw it. Right.
I can't get that page back
because you can't talk to anyone on the phone.
It doesn't affect my business, but it's annoying.
No, I know it's frustrating.
But what did affect my business was on my NUC. I had an NUC success, I had an NUC football Facebook page that had over 500,000 followers.
Followers?
Yes. And they were active because they would get all the recruiting content. Okay. That page got stolen. My business went.
Stole it?
Yes. So the ads were a killer. It got stolen, hacked, stolen. Couldn't get it back. They wouldn't give it back to me.
So it was being run by somebody else, and you were watching it being run by someone else. Yeah, and you told them this is my page.
And they didn't care. And so that was 500,000 users gone. And for a long time, I don't know why Facebook got rid of this. Facebook allowed you to message all the members in your group.
Yes, you could. Yes, you could message everyone. You could mass message.
Send once a week. Hey, camps are coming up. Blah, 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 blah. Think about that. It goes to 500,000 people. Yeah. Of course my camps are going to be filled. They get rid of that.
Yep.
That was a killer. That cut my business in about 20%.
Yep.
Then I got stolen.
That blows my mind. Yep. Because usually with a phone number or your social, they'll give it back to you.
It was a company.
There's protocol that they'll give it back.
It was like Lad Bible or something, which is now the biggest bullshit social media company. And they stole, but basically they built it by stealing people's shit.
They were hacking into people who had followers like you.
Stole it all, content.
Oh my God.
And now they're a huge company.
Oh, so you were doing the messaging. That was very helpful. But the thing that pissed me off was the posting, because your post didn't even go to all your followers anymore.
My post used to go to all my followers too.
And that was how you ran your business.
And now they made it where it's like just your immediate friends. It's like, first of all, my friends don't even see any of my shit.
No, you get your posts go to maybe 10% of your people.
Nobody sees it.
Nobody. You have to pay to boost it. So and then dumb. You don't even know.
Terrible model. They messed up their own business.
Yes. And that's why they're not as popular. They're like the lowest out of all the social media platforms. I mean, it's like TikTok, Instagram.
Well, he owns Instagram. That's the thing.
He does, but it's better run than Facebook. Like Facebook, I think he knows he fucked.
Oh, he fucked it up so bad.
Because he was just he kept trying to make more money, and he just fucked it. And you got to boost everything. Everything's pay this, pay that.
I mean, it's amazing. The stock price just keeps going up for them, but I don't
know. For Facebook?
Yeah. Remember, because it's Meta owns. They own so many companies. They're just a roll up now. They're not really it's not Facebook. It's Instagram. It's like all these tech companies they own. They buy. You don't even know.
Did you ever do Twitter advertising or no?
I did. There was a time when Twitter advertising was very
popular. Yes,
Doesn't
because
do
Twitter
anything.
would have more of a reach.
Elon screwed that up.
Yes, he took over. Yes, he screwed that up.
He screwed all of that. He just made it.
I know he did.
He made all of that into just a town forum, and I like Elon, but like that, he screwed up. He screwed up Twitter from a business standpoint. It's no longer good for business the way it once was.
And it's so censored now. Like they'll take your post down or suspend you or whatever.
It's nowhere. It's sad, but it's not like
they've destroyed social media.
TikTok is good for that stuff, but like
it's just a pain in the ass.
Wouldn't be good for TikTok. So
no, none of our stuff is good for TikTok.
Really,
you can't put a podcast on TikTok.
Exactly.
You put the link. Yeah, I try it, but it's never as successful when you do it that way. YouTube is the most successful platform.
Yeah, it's very.
It's user friendly, and
media.
We don't run ads on it either.
I mean, social media is going to be dead because AI is going to take it over. So
it basically has already.
It already has. Like you just the nice thing about AI is you just get what you need out of it, and then you post it where you want to post it. But social media very rarely does what it's supposed to do. Like,
oh no, not at all.
Like I don't know, like it's the sites that do like, but it's like if you're good at YouTube, then you're not good at Instagram, and it's very weird how that all works, that whole ecosystem. I
mean, you gotta have visibility. I mean, you're either really good at one or you gotta have visibility on all of them.
Yeah, I think you're almost better off being great at one.
I agree. If you can focus and be great at one. Yes. Yeah. If you can focus and be
better than others. Like Twitch pays better than
Twitch
YouTube.
Has been blowing. Yes. Twitch pays a lot better, but it's a different format where, it's guys playing video games and they pay to watch them beat video games.
Correct. And it's much younger demographic.
Yes.
Of what they're looking for. And then within games, things are big. Like, look, if you're a kid, Roblox, they're just
huge.
They're game. Everything associated with Roblox.
It's everywhere. It's on Netflix.
Everything associated with it, that's what's going to have success. Like, that's what my son will play. That's what his friends will play.
Yeah, they love it.
And they love it. And they enjoy it. They communicate on there. So you need to almost have a presence.
Yeah, it's not like the fucking crazy war games stuff either.
No, there are some crazy ones, but it's very interesting. Like it's like I built it on social media. I learned a lot from that standpoint.
Well, it's amazing to be that you were always ahead. You were always thinking ahead of the next step.
Yes. And if I was behind on something, like if I realized that like my idea was behind the curve, like let's say I came up with some idea and I'm like, oh shit, I thought I was ahead of the curve and I'm actually behind the curve, I would just axe it. I just wouldn't even pursue it anymore.
Yeah, you'd be smart and move on.
Just move on. Like a lot of people try to go after it over and over again.
Over and over. Yeah.
If I test market it and I don't I try something. Like we ran, you ready for this? This make you laugh. We ran at one time 10 lacrosse showcases in 2000.
You were doing lacrosse too?
Yeah, like 2010, I think it was. We expanded to run lacrosse events. We were up to 10 lacrosse events.
Well, that's smart because there weren't any of those going on.
No. And then now it's now there's showcases everywhere.
I know, and travel lacrosse teams.
Travel lacrosse was huge, but I remember we had meetings. This is how quickly it had gained traction. We had meetings with U.S. Lacrosse, like the head guys back then who were there back then, and we were in talks with them about doing showcases, combine type things for USA lacrosse. We just didn't end up doing it. The guy who's in charge of USA football now.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, with flag, right? Yes.
No, USA football. Like
okay. I know who you're talking about.
The president is Scott Hallenbach. Yeah, he was the president back then. So
I was thinking the flag. Yeah.
Yeah. So Scott's the head of USA football. I remember meeting with him. I knew my business was going to have issues because Scott was meeting with me and he was like, "Oh yeah, we're going to come after you." You know, like I'm like, "Okay."
What?
Yeah, USA football at one point ran showcases.
Who with college coaches?
No, just like how we do it.
Oh Jesus! Wow.
But now their whole thing is like became like certification, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I met with him. You name it, dude. You name it in football. We used to run our big event at the University of Oklahoma before the NCAA banned it being there.
Like the satellite camps, or
this is before the satellite camps. You couldn't run an event.
Oh, the 75-mile run
showcase on a campus in the summer. We got around it. You could get around it if you were doing instructional,
right,
as a part of it, and that's how we used to get around it. But then eventually the NCAA said, lines are blurred. They killed that camp. That was money out of my pocket. Those fucking guys.
I remember that.
So they killed my camp, and we were
University.
We would have 1,000 kids at the University of. Have you ever seen? Oh,
yeah,
I see this video.
I mean, I've seen,
you haven't seen this.
Thousands of kids at Lawrence First and Gold Camp that I fucking hated.
Okay, well, this is the Lawrence First and Gold Camp. They used to have a lot of people at it.
Yeah, I hated it. It was awful.
Let me see if I can find this for you. Hold on. NUC Sports, Oklahoma. Let's see if I can find
So this was a camp.
Yeah, so let's see if we can find the. We'd have we'd invite 500 kids, and then we started to have like a second tier.
Oh, you'd have invites.
Oh yeah, it was invite. And let's see if I can find it for you. There's so much old school shit. It's unbelievable. Let's see. I mean, some of it's not even me posting it.
And then you were doing this, and then you were coaching high school football in the fall.
Yeah.
That's insane. And then track.
I stopped track in like 2006.
Jeez.
But let me see here. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. NUC Sport. Let me try National Lacrosse from now. Let's see. National Underclassmen Combine. Let's see if I can find it. I'm trying to. Oh, this. I don't know if this is 13 years ago. This is not the biggest one of all. I wish I could find the biggest one. I'm looking. Let's see. Bronson. It's definitely.
How did you handle like registration and getting all the kids in? Did they do it electronically? Were they able to pay before?
They could pay online. Yeah, they could. But then we would check them all in at these events.
And that's where you had the problem with the girl who would take the money of the walk-ups.
Not that camp. That camp wasn't.
No, but
the satellite ones.
Yeah, you said
that would be. Yeah, she was like, "Hey, I made you $3,000." Meanwhile, she took like 500 herself. Great, but dude, I'd be walking around with wads of cash in my pocket.
Yeah, I know. That's the business.
I felt like I was a fucking. I felt like
you were.
I don't know. I felt like I was a rapper or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's no other way to put it. than that. Like I felt like, I was truly a let me see if I can find
You were a G.
you felt. I understand how these guys can get caught. You know what I'm saying? Like I know what it feels like to be like a G.
Oh, of course.
Like this is so funny. This is the 2000. I'll show you a 2013 ad. This is great. These are like when you go. Sometimes I go down the rabbit holes at night, and I get a little depressed of myself, like because it was like, wow, it was really amazing.
Jesus.
All right, so here we go. This was an ad, 2013. This
No
from,
rest in the off season. The most respected combine in the country.
Oh my God.
that's me.
Yeah, I know.
This is the NUC. Show your skill.
I mean, dudes would do.
40-yard dash.
They were coming from. They were everywhere, dude.
Broad jump.
Well, this wasn't done. This was huge.
Bench press.
We used to do bench press.
You said this is 2013. Yeah. Nobody did this.
And you for 2012, the trench warfare and air raid tournament.
See, we were doing trench warfare and air raid in 2012.
Oh my God, you were doing the one-on-ones.
We were doing it then.
Shit.
That's what I'm saying. We were ahead of the curve. We were doing these. We were doing all these things.
Visit nanoandclassmen.com.
Oh my God, that's
But people tell
amazing.
me they're doing something. I'm like, I already did that.
Been there,
I
done
already
that.
did it.
Yep.
I'm not lying when I said it. Like
God. How did you put together the staff?
Well, originally I had a core group of guys, so we were getting, so we did all the traveling.
That's a ton of kids.
But then we started training guys that we would pick up guys from local areas.
Yes, you have to.
We started to train those guys.
Yes.
And those guys then ran the camps in those areas. And that's when this expansion just went through the roof. But the issue was some of those guys were not doing as good a job as we were doing.
Of course not. They're not. They're never going to be as good as the original.
I mean, but that was the original big expansion, was that because then we could just run them everywhere. Literally everywhere.
Yeah, you got people everywhere.
But it was very, very.
God, that must have been stressful as fucking hell, though.
I mean, I'm just looking right now. There's endless videos, like endless. If you really went through and just typed in and you
I will.
It's crazy.
No, I've seen a lot of it. I've been to the website and everything. I can't believe it.
There's so much old shit. It's like
But you really had to hustle and grind to do this.
Oh no, I never slept at the back.
Yeah.
Here's the original Oklahoma. This might be the first one. This because I look really young here, so it has to be somewhere near there. This is when I was still hooking up and fixing the road.
That's all right. That's all right.
Good times. Good times.
That's
but
right. You got us a big crowd now. 260 people.
Kind of shit. All right. This is.
Oh my God! You look like a lunatic. You look like a lunatic.
I was a lunatic, dude. I can't believe I can't get sound here for some reason on this video. You blocked my sound now, or I don't know why there's no sound.
You must have music. You must have music that's not copyrighted or something. Oh, there it is.
I don't know what happened.
Oh my God! I hear the music.
Yeah, but there's no me talking. There's nothing. I don't know why they blocked that out. But you see how many kids are there?
That's unbelievable.
Look how many kids. This is at the University of Oklahoma.
You look like an absolute lunatic,
dude. Like, look how many kids are there.
I can't believe that. and this is at the University of Oklahoma, and you produce the video was what amazingly produced well.
Oh yeah, back then. Yeah, look at all this stuff. Like this was like a promo. I had a staff team of like 3 or 4 video people in house.
Wow.
That's Shane, by the way, giving the touchdown.
Yeah, I see.
I mean, Shane used to. It's funny. He used to work the camp. He
said he loved it.
It was that's that is right there. Oh God, that was he's a running back in the NFL now. Played quarterback in college. I can't remember now, but like it's crazy. Like these camps would all be like it was just.
I can't believe the crowd too.
That guy played it. Parents would be everywhere, lined up all along.
Oh my God. So you're doing one-on-ones. You're doing the 5v5.
Oh yeah, we're doing it all, dude.
There's Tyrod Taylor. Holy shit. Joe Hayden. Taj Boyd.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Like this was back when we didn't even have that many kids yet in the Colt Lyola. He ended up going to Oregon. Happily played at Penn State. Hellfair, Anthony Brown, Robert Woods. You see that name? Robert Woods. He's in the NFL.
I played with him in NFL Europe. So you did 5v5. You did 7-on-7 at all this stuff.
Oh yeah.
So would this be for a full weekend?
Some of them would be, some wouldn't.
Okay.
There's my man Mike Dowdy. That was like my big. He used to.
Oh my God.
He was jacked out of his mind. He would get people high. He Eastern. That guy.
Oh my God.
Dude,
I can't believe this.
Yeah.
This is unbelievable. I can't believe the players.
Oh yeah, there's athletes everywhere, dude.
So
look at that.
Honolulu, Jesus.
We were in Honolulu.
So
we were everywhere.
You would get the local kids, but you would also get kids to travel to do this.
Yeah. Well, there's some. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the big trophy, the original big trophy, that was like the first thing. That was,
oh my God! All 100 camps, ultimate 100. Jesus. The best of the best are exclusively invited. Wow.
We would be everywhere.
I can't believe this is from 2013.
This is only 2013. Like
this is all the stuff.
Our max number of people was like 2014 or 15. But really, even though 2015 was our most ever, we really were at our peak in like 2012, meaning like.
Yes. Yeah. Because nobody was doing this. Nobody did this.
Yeah, we were doing it. We were doing it, dude.
And nobody was doing this stuff. And this is how high school kids all got recruited.
The Corps was great after. That was Miami. I mean,
I just can't imagine running as many events as you did and managing such a staff.
Like the staff, it wasn't that big. It wasn't that big a staff.
So would you have 10, 15 guys or just 8?
We had the office at the peak, maybe like 10 guys in the office.
Oh, okay. On the road, how many? And you'd have local guys.
Every event, we'd have like 10 coaches at least. Usually.
Yeah. That's all. I mean, that's a lot. That's just a lot to manage.
It's
and the money and the kids, my God. And you're trying to make sure the kids have a great experience.
It was
it must have been a whirlwind.
Back, it was a whirlwind. So it wasn't like when you were doing it, you really had time to enjoy it. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
you
Like,
never had time to smell the roses when it's going on.
you know, but when you look back, you're like, what
Wow.
was pulled off? It was pretty amazing.
Well, that video looks like something you'd see today. That's what
Yeah, right. For back then.
Julius would put out. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
And you were doing it back then.
Yeah,
That's
like
so amazing.
it's
And you still do them. You didn't this
I don't
summer,
do as
but
many. I'm doing like
you
middle
did a few.
school. Yeah, I'm just doing a few. But I'm thinking about re-expanding it again.
I think you could.
I
For
think you
sure.
can
I think the
now.
7-on-7 and 5v5 stuff and the showcase or the combine, if you went back to it.
Yeah. If you can find a way to put it all in the same weekend in the same place, that's really the home run.
You can.
That's what we used to do. Okay, at our peak when we were growing, we used to run an event. We would come into a city on a Friday night.
Right.
We would do training. People would pay to do learn how to do the 40-yard dash, all the tests. So they would pay $50 for that. Not every kid would go to that, but like let's say we had a camp of 200 people. We get like 20 kids that would come on Friday night, learn the training, learn the tests because a lot of people didn't know the tests.
Right. The shuttle.
Back then.
Right.
We would go through that. The next morning would be 8th and 9th graders. The afternoon would be 10th and 11th graders. And then
it'd be all the combine stuff?
Yep.
Okay.
So we do that. We get on a plane, go to the next place, or drive, depending on where it was. Go to the next place. Sunday morning, run the training for that group. And then, or if we got an early Saturday night, we'd run it then. Or sometimes we would axe it if we didn't.
And did you pay for the travel too?
Oh yeah, everything.
Jesus, wow.
Paid everything. It was a hefty bill.
No, I know.
And so we would then we would go to that second location, run the event on Sunday. So we would do two different locations every weekend. And then
so I see what you're saying. If you could do it all in one, I see.
So then what we started to do is this is maybe a mistake, but at the time it was a whirlwind. It was great. Then we said, you know what? We're just going to do one. We're going to build out 5 or 6 teams. Okay. And we're going to do one city a weekend. We're going to train them on Friday.
Yeah.
Saturday, we'll do recruiting seminars. Saturday afternoon, we'll do the first group.
The combine.
Saturday evening, we'll do the training for the second group. Sunday morning, we'll do the recruiting seminar. Sunday afternoon, we'll do the second group. That's what we did so that got really, really, really huge.
Well, that seems more efficient, right? Than having to fly to 2 places.
Less, but much costlier. So the other model
for the site fees were
the
more
other model was cheaper. The model where you come into a city, you're there for 24 hours, less than that. Go to the next city is way more cost effective.
So the site fees for 2 days were that much more expensive.
Because if you were at one place, you'd only end up, let's say you got 200 kids, which would be, okay size, pretty decent size camp. You had 200 kids at a camp. You would be in a situation, if you stayed there the whole weekend, you'd have those same 5 coaches that traveled. You'd be paying for the whole weekend for them.
Oh,
you're better off getting those guys to knock out 2 cities in a weekend for the same price.
Right.
Now they're knocking out 2 cities. So I didn't know that right away. I thought we drive more people to the one location. It didn't work
I
out.
would have too. Yeah.
It didn't work out economically. It ended up being more efficient to go like a concert model.
Right. Just be on the road.
Just be on the damn road.
Yeah.
That was the most efficient model.
Right.
The effective model. And but that was also the most exhausting model too.
That's a lot of work.
Quick. That worked me out, wore coaches out quick, and guys were turning over, and we're like, we got to figure out a model that will like keep our head guys wanting to do this. Like if they're traveling to 2 cities in a weekend.
And then
like,
are you doing all of like the marketing stuff like during the week and then traveling on the weekends?
Yep. It was never. There's no break.
That's insane.
Like my wife could not. Like she thinks, oh, I'm like, I've already lived a life. Yeah. I've already lived a life where I didn't stop working. Now, did I end up reaping the benefits that I could have? No, I didn't. There's some things I would have liked to have done differently. But it was, that ride. I mean, it was.
You pioneered. Everyone copied you. You pioneered
the stories, Steve. The stories.
I can't even imagine.
So-and-so's not at the facility. He's running the event. Where is he? We went out last night.
Of course. Yeah.
I don't know where he is. Can you call him? I'll call him. Because usually, even if they weren't picking up somebody else's phone, they're going to pick up mine. They want to get fired.
Exactly.
They pick up my phone. I call him. No pickup. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, well, you're just going to have to do it without him. You're shorthanded. Finally, ring. I get a call. I have no idea where I am. I went home with this girl last night, and there's white walls everywhere. And I need some. I
need someone to come get me.
Yeah, I have no idea how to get there, dude had the father of the girl he was with
drive him.
Was a one night stand. Take him there.
And that he gets dropped off.
Works the event, runs it. Plus, they were at one point they were so good at running the event that they were getting away with. This is how businesses downfalls happen. They were getting away with having a great time and showing up at 2 hours work because they run it. It was a process. It was literally. You do this.
Yeah.
I still have it. I have to show you. I have it over here somewhere next to where I am. All the processes and procedures. Like I'll show you.
Step by step.
Like it was step by step. Literally step by step.
Everything to do.
Yes, and then obviously eventually they didn't even need that.
Right.
But like. Let's see. What do we have here? Like I'll show you because it's interesting.
But did any of your core staff like try to break off and do it themselves?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Oh, they did.
It happened a lot. Not a ton of them. Actually, the truth is most of them liked it because it was pretty efficient.
Yeah, so, they were happy with how you were doing it. They didn't want to be in charge.
Some of them didn't. Some, if you had some, here and there. I'm just trying to find I'm looking at 2010. Oh wow, this is great. This is my contract with Rivals. What they paid me.
That's right.
$50,000 to be a sponsor. 2010. My original contract.
Didn't you have 24/7 too?
Well, they came out of that was I don't remember. Yeah, I did for 1 year. I left Rivals, went to them.
And you did NCSA, right?
NCSA had forever. They were partners for a long time. but then they kind of went in a direction that really wasn't.
Yeah, they killed themselves.
Well, he sold the company. That guy, the guy who owned.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. NUC Sports. Oh, look at this. Oh, you'll love this. Oh no, that's our current rules. Okay, let me see. Hold on. I'm trying to find. I have some old. Let's see. Process maybe. Let's see if we have it in here. NUC Sports process. Oh my God. Let's see what this is. No. I don't see it in here. Thought maybe I had it.
But then you were able to shift away, and what's worked is the recruiting piece.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, and now I'm not doing even as much as that stuff just because it's a little
Well, it's
weird
different now because of all the new rules and the
with all the
transfer
new
portal.
rules.
And
Yep. Let me see what we got here. NUC Sports. I have so many documents in here. I'm just curious. Where
what does NUC Sports stand for again?
National Underclassmen.
Oh, National Underclassmen. Okay.
That was the original,
Right.
like the OG of OGs for us at least. Like here's this is funny. This is you'll love this. Let's see if you see this. I don't know if it will show or not. All right, you ready? So this is you'll see like some famous here. Let's see. Here we go.
Whoa! And you see, you know.
You know who that is? You know who that is? Who said that?
Was that Shane?
That's Johnny Manziel.
Go back again. I missed it. Go back. Oh my freaking God.
Whoa! And you see, you know.
Johnny Manziel. That's Johnny Manziel. And
Building, and you see the building. Let's go.
Oh my God, you did the bench?
yeah, that's Johnny right there. Colin.
Oh, why are they in pads? Oh,
He had to run an All-Star game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, last year was the first All-Star game. We ran that for Johnny Manziel was in the first one. Him and Marcus Mariota.
Jesus.
It's like it's endless.
Unbelievable.
It's hard to fathom unless I have so much content that I haven't even posted. I just don't even know how to like.
No, I see
some of it.
I can't believe the 7-on-7, the lineman stuff, the drill work, all the combine stuff. You had
like
all
when
this.
people are like, how do you like? People don't really fathom the like where my knowledge base comes from. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and doing it independently, like you weren't a college.
Yeah, right. There wasn't a guy teaching it to me. I taught it to myself. You know, like it was like.
Oh my God.
It's just, I mean, I don't even know how to search for some of the stuff I have, but
I can't believe
like
all the.
It's
how many years did it go for? Early 2000s to 2018, I think you said.
Well, the way it was, the form probably up to a few years ago.
So you did do it past COVID or right around COVID?
Oh yeah, here's my Gatorade contract. Oh my God, what did Gatorade pay me back in the day? Gatorade paid me.
Those are sponsors.
What?
Those are sponsors.
Yeah, Gatorade. Battle was a sponsor. Battle Sports.
Oh my God.
Gatorade paid 3-year contract, $150,000.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. That's amazing.
Yep, Gatorade.
And you didn't have a sales or marketing team either.
Nope.
That's what's also crazy.
No, people would reach out and be like, "Oh, I heard your event. Like I heard you're all over the country. What can we do together?" I was like,
And
no
no colleges ever contacted.
Oh yeah, I used to talk to everybody all the time.
But like they didn't want to run camps with you or anything.
It's nobody really understood what we were doing. No one understood how we did it. They could not, they're like, how is this one human doing
going all over the country?
Like, how is he doing it? And I would be like, I have a very organized way of my thought process.
No, you're very organized, yeah.
Even though it doesn't look that way, but my thought process of how I do it was organized.
No, it's very analytical.
And I was very willing to go for it. Like I walked in, so we had our training facility.
You didn't give a fuck. Yeah, I know.
I walked into our training facility one day. We had run in 2005. We ran one event. 2006 we ran 5. In 2007 we ran 15. And I came in there in the winter. And at the time, most of our people doubled. They were trainers, and then they would help with the events.
Right.
So that's how they made extra money, because sometimes trainers couldn't make enough money, and that was actually a really good deal for them. So they would help with the event. They can make, 40K as a trainer, pick up another 30K back then, 25, 30K doing the events. They were happy. So, So what I did is I pulled everybody in, and I said, all right, we're going for it this year.
In 2007, you said?
Before the 2008 camp season. I said, we're going for it.
We're going.
Here's my I presented. I had a PowerPoint presentation. I showed everybody. Not that they would have fucking known, but they were all like, they knew there was something, you know what I'm saying? Just to know, like, I said, we're going to run 44 events this year. They were like, how the fuck are we going to do that? How are we going from 15 events, which we shrugged
53 weekends in a year.
Right. And remember, this is only in the spring, because it's not like you're doing it in the fall.
I know.
Not doing it in the summer, really.
That's crazy.
44 events. They're like, this is crazy. Like, I don't know how we're doing this. I said, we'll build the team out, blah, 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 blah. And then everyone was like, fuck it, let's go for it. Like, we're all like in our 30s.
We're all in. 20s. Yeah, we got nothing to lose.
Might as well try it. And we did it, and we pulled it off. It was the first year we had 44 events, 22 weekends, and it was like the same team everywhere. And sometimes the craziest shit would happen. Like, someone wouldn't be happy, or I remember we ran an event in it was one of my first eye-opening events where I was like, wow, this is something.
I can't believe no guys fought each other.
Well, it happens sometimes.
They're together.
The coaches did fight each other, but like,
yeah.
So we're in Ohio. We're in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
Where Ohio State is. We run an event. I shit you not. Check in, like, we used to just have like really 2 people check people in. The check-in line was so long I couldn't even see and it was at an indoor facility. And we ran the first session was 70 kids, not really a big deal in the indoor place. The second session was 200 kids in this indoor facility that was only 70 yards
70
long.
yards. Yeah, that's how they were built.
200 kids in the second session.
Oh my God.
Guys like Terry Hawthorne played in Illinois, a few other guys. There were a lot of big time players. And we ran it with 4 guys, 4 coaches.
With check-in and everything?
Everything. 4 coaches.
Oh my God.
And my lady who eventually was, with Ashley. But she would run, before I think, that happened. She was a pit bull. And but yeah, we ran it with 4 guys. 4 guys. That was when we realized we probably need more guys on the team than that.
Yes.
We ran the whole event. When people would complain like 3 years later, be like, oh, I got 20 kids in my group. 20 kids in your group. We had 4 guys for 200 kids.
Yeah.
50 people in a group. And in a tight vicinity. And we pulled it off. It was a great camp. But I remember that camp. I remember thinking, man, I don't know how we're going to pull this off. All these kids. We did it. It was pretty amazing. And it was like the talent was unbelievable.
Yes. It sure shit was.
And it's funny. One of the quarterback from that event is Travis Kelce and Jason Kelsey's best friend. His name is Arik Jones. He was one of the MVPs at that camp. Arik Jones played for Cleveland.
He played at Temp. Oh, okay.
Undersized.
Right. It was ARIC, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I think he went Division 1 though. He was
He
very.
did. I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about.
You know who he is? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So he was MVP at our event, but he can't be very tall. He can't be more than 5'10". I think. But yeah, I think you're right. I think he did end up going Division 1, even though he wasn't that big. He was one of our MVPs. It was so funny because I saw a video like 2 years ago
with Kelsey.
Travis Kelce's talking about his best friend Arik Jones, who was a quarterback at Cleveland Heights. And I said, there's only one Arik Jones that I know from Cleveland Heights that played quarterback. And that's the guy that came to my event. He came to a couple events. And I look it up. There he is. That's Travis Kelce's buddy. Is that crazy?
That's beyond crazy.
Like,
that's beyond fucking crazy.
Like, and there's no doubt I would be shocked if Arik Jones did not remember it because he won a couple of awards. So
of course he does. It's probably a highlight of his life.
I mean, I don't know where he played college, but he's like a designer or something now, or something like that. But he was a damn good quarterback. But yeah. Yep. So there's so many of these, and then there's so many of these like kind of like stories like that, not just when they made it themselves, but like, guys who didn't make it and ended up in some other space, the biggest the two of the biggest influencers in football were on my 7-on-7 club, the Warrior Kings in North Jersey. Jelani, AJ Green.
Yes, right.
Not the big time receiver one, but this is the guy's like the TikTok guy.
Right.
Not TikTok, maybe YouTube or TikTok. And then the other guy was Hunter Reynolds, and they both played on the same. He played at Utah State. Both of them played on the same 7-on-7 club with me as their head coach.
Jesus.
It's crazy. It's really, really crazy.
Were they from Jersey?
Yep.
Okay.
That original team had, I think, 10 guys go Division 1 on my 7-on-7 team. But like 3 quarterbacks with Division 1. But yeah, that was crazy. Like those guys, they're big influencers. I see them on each other's stuff, they're probably, but did they probably originally know each other? I'm certain it's because they knew each other back in the day at the club.
Do you think that you would coach Troy as he gets to high school in 7-on-7?
On 7-on-7, it depends. Depends on what he wants at that point. I don't know. Who knows what kids.
Yeah, but he loves football. I think.
No, I'm not talking about football. I'm just saying I don't know. Like who knows if he wants his dad to coach him? You know what I mean? When he gets older.
Yeah, but I don't think you could let anyone else coach him.
Who knows? I'm looking at Ark Jones's page, dude. That's amazing. He's like a designer. I gotta follow him. He'll see my follow and be like,
"Yeah,
what?" I mean, listen, for many years, I don't do it anymore, but for many years, I would always when any of these big time guys, I would say,
right,
keep up the good work and blah, 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 blah. Now I don't some of them are so famous. I don't do it. I don't think that they, I don't want them to think that I'm just, saying hi because they're famous type of deal. But yeah, listen, Odell Beckham. This is a great Odell Beckham story.
Right.
Did I ever tell you that story?
Yeah, I believe you did. Yeah,
I did.
When he was at your thing, yeah,
the Super Bowl thing, yeah, yep.
That blew me away. Yeah.
So these guys it's. But think about trying to explain that what to athletic directors that could hire you in high school. It's just not even
Well, that's what I can't understand why colleges didn't try to do this. I get that maybe they didn't understand it, but they had to have seen the success of it.
They did. They did not.
And I know they copied it, but I can't believe they didn't work with you or want to license it from you to have you come in and teach the coaches, and because that's where I would see the benefit.
So I don't know, without being an insider, I don't know the exact reason, but my guess is this is too big for most college coaches to understand what this one person is doing.
It 100% is. I agree.
They think about what they have to do in a day, and they obviously accomplish a lot in a day, and they could not fathom.
Not camps like that. No. I mean, the 1-day camps were 4 hours tops. I mean, you're in, you're out. So the scale and the number of kids, we would never get that kind of number of kids.
We did in a year.
At a 1 day.
At our peak, we did 25,000 in 1 year.
Yeah, we that's the thing. You're right. We would never have been able to handle the volume of kids.
So it was just
But I'm just surprised that they didn't. That would have been obviously a great recruiting tool for them to see the players in person.
No one in all my years.
I can't believe
no one leveraged it properly.
That's what I can't believe. No one contacted you. No one wanted to work with you. Yeah.
I would send the stuff to them. Who knows what they
did?
Do. Oh yeah, I would send it to them for free.
Wow. And you never got.
Guys would never,
they always big time. Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
It is, because they all ended up doing it. I mean, that's what they all went to. That's the model that everyone went to.
That's right, and they did not.
They went to the exact model with the combine stuff, the 7-on-7, and the 1-on-1s, the position drills, and the 1 or 2 day camps. That's the exact model, the exact formula, the way that you tracked all the kids' numbers. They went to that.
Yep. We used to have the cards, and we used to have
the cards. Yep, they did the exact same thing. That's why when I was telling my friend asked about the copywriting and the trademarking, and if that would have protected you. But I see now, like you said, if you were Wendy's and you had a legal team, yes, you could have cease and desist and gone after people. But you're a one-man group. You don't have money for attorneys to go after everyone.
Yeah,
but they technically copyrighted everything. They did everything.
Yep. Here's like a card.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. That's the exact same card that we used. Exactly the same.
Yeah, of course they got it from me, dude.
Wow.
Everybody got it from the same space.
I know. That's what it's amazing to me.
You know, there's no way to yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, it's
I get it. You couldn't do it forever because everyone stole it.
I'll show you another blast from the past, a little ahead of the curve thing. You ready? All right. This is my DVD on speed training combine techniques. This was 2000. What does it say?
My God! So you showed kids the secrets on how to get better numbers.
Yeah, I think it was 2000. Combine. I think I put this together in 2005, maybe.
I see. Yes.
It's a DVD.
That's huge. Yeah.
Is that crazy?
Yeah.
I mean, all these things were
everyone paid for that to learn how to perform better at the combine.
It's pretty wild shit. But yeah, it's crazy. Like, and the procedures and process model thing they had, and it would be
what would be like a typical site fee for a one?
Well, we used to back in the day. That was also part of things that changed.
Because that's what I was curious.
We used to do a deal where we would let the kids come in for like half price, and then they would give it to us for free. But then eventually started,
You would get the site for free?
Yep.
Jesus.
But then what started to happen was these high schools, people started renting out high schools. This wasn't a thing.
That's what they would do. Yes.
The thing, and then all of a sudden my fees were $1,000 to $2,000.
Right.
And all of a sudden that like just cuts right into
that's your overhead.
Profit.
Yeah.
So all these kind of things happen. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Well, that's what happens when you become successful. They want to take it away from you.
It's not that they want to take it away from you. They figure, hey, you know what? Like, we should get something.
We can make money. We got to get our piece too.
Yeah. You know, but what I always used to say is, I'm sure you could just get it from another person, but like, you know, eventually, like, if someone can't afford to do it, you're not going to be able to have them back. And wouldn't it be better to have some money versus no money? But that was never the argument. They never understood that. And the college coaches, I think, kind of understood what we were doing, but just didn't really make it. It didn't make sense that this one person and his team could be doing all this. It just
and drawing like that. You're out drawing major college camps every week.
The world has changed in that, like, guys like Mr. Beast, right?
Yes.
One man he's a billionaire and he has a team, but he basically started out of one man. It became more of a thing.
Right.
Back then, that was not a thing, dude.
No.
That was not a thing. Like, it was literally like NUC Sports, you know, Coach Schumann and his team would come into town.
You guys hustled.
We hustled.
We hustled. Yeah.
We hustled. Like, there's there are guys that hate me from it, because they felt they got screwed or something. And but the guys who look at it, I think, in the right way, like it was a unique experience that was probably going to be able to hard to sustain in the long run.
It changed the entire landscape of college football recruiting.
Literally changed the landscape.
That's what I said. It completely changed how college football camps were run and how they recruited kids.
Completely.
They used your exact model to do their camps.
Correct.
And how they recruited kids.
Which, by the way, I think it's a mistake for colleges. So
yeah, I mean, they went straight to the combine stuff, and
I
then
think it's a mistake.
1-on-1s and 7-on-7. They abandoned like teaching.
They abandoned teaching, and I think it was a mistake. And I'll tell you why. Now they may not care because they just need to get the recruits. But I think about my experience growing up. My freshman year, I went to Penn State's football camp. It was 5 days.
I went to Syracuse's too. Yeah, I remember that they were. That's how long they were. They were overnight. One of my
greatest experiences in my high school life as an athlete. Like I was telling Derek this last week. I loved the camp. Like you did everything. You timed in the 40. We timed in the 40 there.
Yeah. But you got to know other kids.
Testing, but it was part of the 5 days. It was one small fraction of 5 days, right?
Yeah. You learned football.
You became a better player.
Correct.
You got coached by Division I coaches.
Who actually spent time with you, yes.
Who spent time with you, who actually knew you a little bit,
Not like the 30th GA now.
Right. It was a way like now Joe Paterno, yes, he only came in and spoke for a half hour. But as far as like the whole entire experience, like I came out of there
100% better.
And I think for PR for players in the long run, you should have those 5 day, a couple, like at least 1 5-day camp a year.
Yeah, to actually teach kids. Every camp now, the purpose is for evaluation. There's no teaching.
Competition.
Yes. It's all evaluation, competition. There's no teaching.
Yes, and like my youth camp, and part of it is the kids, all they want, their whole culture just to be competing.
But yeah, right.
But like my youth camp, like I tell the kids, like first part's instruction, second part's competition.
Absolutely.
And you need to, like, I think it's better for football as a whole to have both in the camp.
You have to, or do 2 separate ones. If you want to do an evaluation day, great. And then a teaching day. But yeah, you're wasting time and you're giving the kids a poor experience by not teaching them anything. They're paying money to go to your school and learn from you, and you're not teaching them anything.
You're not teaching them anything.
Yeah.
And that was the beauty of that camps back in the day. Like, there's definitely a compromise that they could come up with 3 days.
Very easily. Yeah.
And get it and build relationships with more of the players versus the negative relationship that everything is now. Everything
now it's you're just a number.
It's not only you're just a number, like the best kid, the 1 or 2 best kids at the camp, they'll get recruited. Yeah. But everybody feels like they got scammed.
They do.
Because like, why would you run?
They're lied to though. Like they're told, come to our camp and you'll get a scholarship.
Right. That's what undermined my stuff, by the way.
Yes.
They undermined my stuff because they're actually at the camp. And I would be like, you're telling them to come to your camp so you can recruit them. They could come to my camp, get evaluated. Yeah. I could send the information
and numbers to you.
Go through that bullshit process.
Yeah.
And now invite the kids that you really want to the camp. But they were never on board with that. They were like, we'll just bring them on campus and figure it out.
They wanted the money.
Yeah, but it's bad PR.
Horrible.
It's horrible PR, dude.
It was. And we always got bad reviews for doing that.
Like, why?
We would do a campus tour, and then it was just evaluations and get them out of there. And they're like, we're paying $150 for a 1-day camp, and we got a campus tour. We did combine stuff, and then 7-on-7 1-on-ones. Bye. No teaching, no learning, nothing.
Yeah, I think they're
they're
better off leaving that to the third parties, because
I agree.
Once it's customers, there's still customer service
which they don't care about. Yes.
No, they don't care about, because they say they only care about XYZ players. But
right.
But what happens is all that does is build the big brands.
And that's what it's been doing.
So all the little brands cut themselves off.
Yep.
They themselves.
Yep.
You know, the UConns of the world. You think UConn's getting as many kids to their camp as
nobody? They do like one now. I mean, even the Patriot League, when I was at Holy Cross, we did camps every weekend in June. Now they do 2 because nobody goes.
Yeah. Plus, you burned yourself out, dude, on those kind of camps.
Like there's kids that go to like 15 camps, 15 1-days. They do the whole circuit.
In the old days, if you went to let's say you don't even do 5 days. Let's say you did 4, Monday through Thursday. You do 2 or 3 of those in June, and you're done.
Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah.
And you're going to charge more, right? For 4 days, you charge $300, $400. They'll pay
overnight.
It.
Yep.
They are going to, maybe you charge $500. They're still going to pay it.
100%.
They're going to pay it. You give them instruction. They stay in the dorms. They
have
learn
a great
what
experience.
college life is a little bit.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
They all hang out together, you know. Yep. And
you're right. That's what I did. Syracuse, Buffalo, and UMass. You're right. All overnights, all teaching, 100%. And it was a much better experience.
And you go and say, "Oh man, I had a great time at the Syracuse camp."
Yeah, and the kids now, you're right. They come back after the 1 days, and they're like, "What the fuck? I got shafted."
Yeah,
I didn't have a good experience
anyway.
I was told that if I came here, I was going to get a scholarship offer. Nobody talked to me.
No one talked to you. Obviously, they weren't going to talk. They were never going to talk to you.
No, it's just a cash grab.
It's. And listen, I'm all for capitalism, but why would you do that to your brand?
Yeah. You're right, because everyone talks, and that's why the numbers
have
progressively gone down. Because the kids have bad experiences, they tell their friends, can't get kids to go. Oh, you said that you were going to offer Joey a scholarship last year. Why should I come? You said you're going to offer me one. I'm not going.
Tell kids not to go. I tell them not to go. Like when I talk to college coaches, I say, "Well, what is a kid?
What's he gain by going?" Every kid that came to Holy Cross, we looked for reasons not to offer them.
Right.
It was all negative.
I know when I went to that Penn State camp, we did all these cool drills. Guys coached us up. I came out of there saying, I may or may not get recruited by this school, but
I loved football. Yeah.
I loved it. It was fun.
Yeah.
There was different drills. You ate in the cafeteria.
You met different people. Yes.
You met different people. There were girls that were at soccer camps at night. You would go and hang out and, I don't know, whatever. You go with a couple of guys that you met and you're talking to people. It's not even about like anything beyond that. Like in high school, you're talking to girls from different areas. You're talking from different athletes from different camps.
No, it was
walk the campus.
Yeah,
on your own.
Exactly.
And you're like, oh, this you envision
it's all about
yourself.
the experience. Yep.
You envision yourself being there, and that's the thing that is really radically changed.
Lost. It's all gone.
It's lost. It's lost. And we're like, why does the guy want to transfer? I'll tell you why he wants to transfer. He doesn't even know what your campus looks like until he sets foot on it for the first time.
You're right.
Like,
You're right. Yeah.
gave him 50 grand and he's here.
And he's here.
And he's like, haven't been here ever, but
Yeah. All right.
he's not even invested, like
They're not at all. They're mercenaries.
they're mercenaries.
They're hired guns.
And the mercenaries only work when you have the best team. When you have the team
And
that's
you can buy the best players.
if you're Ohio State, you can buy the best mercenaries, you're gonna win.
Yep.
And they're gonna have a good experience. Like I just don't see the to me it's I know it's 1:30, I gotta go, and this has been the longest podcast ever.
And
But
it's gone up, which is crazy. 290.
I don't know why people are staying on here.
No.
I just I think football, if it got back to some of the things that made it so great, it really would be the experience of it. Like, look, people know you're going to coach hard. That's cool, whatever. But the experience of it, like going to camp, man, like being.
But you said it though. Everything's cyclical, and it could go back to it.
Could go back to it
because
cool.
The numbers are down. Like the camp numbers are way down. So if they have to change something if they want to make money.
I bet if I'll use any school, I'm trying to Syracuse,
Rutgers, Syracuse, yeah,
Rutgers, UConn, any of them. They go and they set up a 4-day camp next year.
Yeah, an overnight. Yeah,
I guarantee you'd have 500 kids want to do that.
I agree, because kids are so sick of the 1-day shit. I guarantee they would want to come, learn, and get the experience. Have a good experience.
Look at the Manning camp. How many people go to that?
Oh, it's ridiculous.
It's sold out every year.
Every year
in advance.
Every year.
Why? Because they're there for 4 or 5 days.
4 or 5 days. Yes, and they're getting trained, and they're learning.
They're learning. Yes, they're competing. He's doing all that kind of stuff, but they're learning.
And he works with everyone, regardless of how talented they are. He works with the lowest talented kid to the highest.
That's the market. That's the market that people want.
Gravitate to.
They would go and do that. I think they would be so shocked, and they would be like, "Wait a minute, we could look." I used to think Joe Paterno camps were genius camps. He had 3 of those. He had 1,200 kids per camp.
I know, they were huge.
Day at $300 a pop.
Yeah, I remember.
Why would you want to run a $90 fucking 1-day camp?
The $100 1-day camps. That's what we did.
So this is back in the day, not now. You would charge $500-$600 now, but 300 times 1,200, 360,000 times 3, $1.08 million. $1 million.
We got screwed because we actually had to pay the dorms when we did overnights.
Okay.
We had to pay.
It's $1 million. You're pulling in $1 million.
Yeah.
I mean,
I agree.
Honestly, today's days, let's say Paterno camp was $300. If you were going to do it today, it'd probably be $600, right? So you double the price.
But people would pay it in a second.
That's $2.1 million. It doesn't matter what the dorm charging you. You have the money.
Yeah.
$2 million. You'd make $2 million a camp. What are they making at these?
The 1-days.
$100.
You charge $100.
500 kids.
We hope
50 grand.
You don't get 500 kids.
Oh, I'm just saying. Let's say you did.
Yeah.
50 grand. You ran 5 of those. That's 250,000. That's 1/8 the amount of money.
That's
why would you do that?
Yeah.
Bad business.
We would get 200 kids max, usually 150, 100.
Just doesn't make sense.
If
Holy Cross was running an overnight camp,
we did.
I'm saying you did a 4-day, and you said it's what are they? The Crusaders, the Crusader experience. and you have the whole itinerary of 4 days out there like they used to have back in the day, how they list it.
We did that. Yep. No, we did both. We did the 3-day overnight, and then we did 4 1-days, and we always made more over the overnights.
Of course.
Because we also had team camps. So teams from Massachusetts, like Saugus, could come to the Holy Cross camp, but we would let them go off and do whatever they wanted. So they would basically have their own mini camp.
Right.
They would do individual drills with us so we could teach them, but then they would go off and like do inside run and 7-on-7 and scrimmage, and then like Beverly and other teams, and they would play each other. So that's why it worked out well. But we did the 3-day overnight, and then we did the 1-days. And then we debated about what we wanted to do because he didn't want to do both. And then we went to the 1-days, and it was awful.
The 1-days are awful, dude.
No, they are. I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. It's a ripoff for the kids because you lie to them.
You're better off leaving to a third party who cannot promise them anything.
That's the way to do it.
Because I run it. I can't promise you a scholarship. I can promise you I'm sending the results to the college coaches. That's all I can promise you.
And we were mandated wherever we went out recruiting to tell kids, come to camp and you can earn a scholarship.
Which was a lie.
And you're lying to the kids. And then the next year when you go back to recruit at the school, the coach is pissed at you. Like, oh, you said fucking Billy comes to the camp, he's going to get a scholarship. You didn't get shit. I'm not sending anyone to you. You ruined relationships. It was just awful.
Yeah, it's dumb. I think that's, you know, but it's interesting because these models like they destroyed the camp model.
They did. Like even now, Colgate didn't run a camp this year.
Yeah, see, that's horrible.
Lafayette didn't run a camp this year. Like they all have gotten away from it. Now they don't know. There's so many schools don't even bother doing it. Syracuse, I think, did.
What about the youth kids? Like what?
Oh, forget the youth kids.
I mean, come on. How do you not, dude? You know
forget
what parents'
the youth kids.
You know what parents' biggest complaint is? There's no youth camps for football.
There aren't. No.
There's none.
Nope. Nobody will do it.
Isn't that incredible?
Nobody will do it.
The only people that do it are the NFL players. They do their little 1-day, 3-hour thing.
Yeah, the kids, the players do it.
And those are great, by the way. They're great for 3 hours. That's it.
Well, you can't keep their attention span for that long. But yeah. We had, I think, 9 to 12-year-olds in our overnight camp. That was it. But no, right now, nobody does youth camps.
It's amazing.
No, I mean it's all about recruits and the 7-on-7, the 1-on-1s, and combine. Send them home.
It's mind blowing to me. It's mind blowing.
Yeah, I after thinking about it now, and then knowing what I know now about how the numbers have just plummeted and colleges aren't running camps. They blew it up.
They blew up a model that worked for them, and then ran into the dirt. It's crazy, but you're right. It's like, and the transfer portals cause even more of those issues because
Well, they have to do official. They do official visits now all summer.
All summer.
Yeah.
Crazy. Anyway, let's run. We hit 3:06 today.
So do you want to do the Boston Massacre?
Yeah, let's do although maybe we covered it already. Yeah, let's dive into it in depth. Yeah,
All
that would be fun. I think that would be fun.
Do you have a prospect?
Tomorrow, no, because we did it at 4 today.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So
what time do you want me tomorrow?
It's so funny. I've already set my t-shirt sizes to the director. I thought he said something else. He sent the message out. Everyone but 10U, please send me your sizes. Because I already sent it to him. Yeah, 11 maybe or 12. Right. Let me get up in the morning.
I'll text you at 11 or noon. We'll do it.
Great Rebel Republic.
That was. I can't believe we got 306 viewers.
3 hours and 29 minutes.
Ranting about college football.
This is like a freaking this is like a Joe Rogan podcast.
It's like a Turtle Boy podcast. That's
just went off in 90 different directions.
All right. I'll see you in the morning.
You got it. I'll end it right here. I'll see